I mean, you already rip it off. Go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion.
Right, for the sake of the class, you could just say Muhammad. He ain't no prophet. There's no prophecy in the Quran, none. There's zero. There's nothing that could tell you about the future. Right? Muhammad, read it again.
Okay. Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jew religion.
He took many principles and laws from our culture. Go ahead.
First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief in one God.
Say it again. First of all, the what?
First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief of in one God.
Which is the belief in one God. That came from the Israelites. That didn't come from nobody else. Everybody else has gods, plural. The Africans, the Chinese, everybody else has gods. Israel is the only people who have one God. Go ahead.
And that would instill that all of them inherited a lie, because they think that the angel Gabriel gave them the Quran and taught him that it was one God.
And Muhammad got that from the Jews. That's straight up and down. I done asked the Arab that, and he said yes. He said that's absolutely true. Go ahead.
The Jew confession of the unity of God is
right. That they're giving it in the Yiddish, but it's the Deuteronomy 4 and 6 or 6 and 4. What does it say? Deuteronomy 6 and 4, Shema Yasha'ala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Akkad, which is, listen, O Israel, the Lord our power is one God. Right? That's the Israelite credo. That says Jewish in there, but it's talking about our culture. Right? He took that and made something where you ever hear to say there's no God but Allah and He's the merciful. That comes from our thing in Deuteronomy. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. Here, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. The Mohammedan slogan is as follows. Let me say it.
You could.
Allah ilaha illallah, Allah
not that shit out. God damn. Nigga, start talking in tongues up here. Come on now, just read the English.
Okay, God. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is
about to try me to. I take a drink out. You know, man, I break all the wine out. God damn.
Oh God. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the prophet of Allah.
Right. There's no God but him, and Muhammad is his prophet. He had to add himself in there because he created Allah. Really, Muhammad is their God. You understand? He had to add himself in there because who the hell is Allah? Remember, they had 300 and some more gods. Who is Allah? He has to say, I'm his prophet, because he's the one telling you about this nigga. This nigga brand new. So he had to put himself in there. Any more about him spreading by sword?
No.
All right. If it's not highlighted, it ain't no sweat. We ain't got to read it. But that is for the brother who asked the question about if it's shortening, it's not shortening. It's a copy. It's a bad plagiarism of our culture, and it's a bastardization of it. In the Hebrew, the Allah in the Hebrew means power. Alahayim means powers. And the Lord's name is neither one. It's not Allah or Alahayim. It's neither one. It has nothing to do with it. They just copied badly. After Muhammad created Allah, he went to the Jews to try to sell them the idea of this God. He got rejected. He didn't get nowhere with the Christians. So he formed a small army. I think this is after he married Khadijah or whatever the broad name is. He had some money. He formed a small army and started slaughtering people by the sword if they did not accept his new God, which is really accepting him. And that's how Islam became popular. If you don't agree with them, they kill you. That's when they say Islam means to submit. It means to submit, yes, but submit to the sword. It doesn't mean to submit to knowledge or the truth or what's right and wrong. It just means to submit to the sword. All right, and it's the whole jailhouse religion. That's why they bully you into becoming Muslim. They bully you into it because that's what it's about. Go ahead.
Like if I made, and to their whole thing where they say that Angel Gabriel gave them, you know, all that knowledge of the Quran or whatever. If I could, I got a verse that'll kill that.
I'm listening.
Come the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verse 8. But though we or any angel or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel other unto you than which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
All right, you could definitely use that for them if they come with that nonsense. I don't even think they're gonna come with it because Islam is not about knowledge. Ain't nobody coming battling you with no knowledge. They'll try to intimidate you. Right? I've never seen a Muslim battle go any other way. Good to go. I hope the brother get it. If he responds, let me know. You got no one on the line? Not yet?
I can't get it.
Oh. What's up? What's up with this? Not loading or something?
Constantly. Not loading. The computer calls.
It's not doing it? It's fine. I'll see if you could get a refund for that shit too, all right? If they're playing up. No one, you could call somebody soon if you have anybody's number. And you could just call in and I'm gonna hear your question. All right. I'll just put it up to the mic and we'll see if you could hear your question. If not, you know, you could type it in and we can move on. Anything else?
I don't count.
Come on, let's wrap.
Young Man Zone says, question about payment for of my Passover fee. Can I pay the payment through the same stream I use to pay my tithes?
No, go to ISUPK.com. You could probably pull it up and show them it. Go to ISUPK.com. Right at the top of the page, it says pay your Passover fee here. You click that thing, and it's going to take you to a link, right? And the brother going to show it to you right now. You go to ISUPK.com. That's how the page looks. You could make it big on the
Most High Christ. Salakia. Had to give you a little bit of Kadam Shock there. I was watching that myself. That's why I had it playing before we came on to the live. But go ahead and clap it up. Most High Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahshua Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thun, Bashim, Yahshua to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer of 5,000 Malak. You understand? I can't move this back now. I'm going to have to scoot back myself. Is that better? That's better. Most High Christ. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahshua Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thun, Bashim, Yahshua to all the sisters. This is priest and officer of 5,000 Malak here in Kansas City, and this is the final class, the final series, the last part of the 4-part series that me and Priest and Officer Kakum Gabar, as you can see, it's over here to my left shoulder. This is the final part of the series of the Stop Child Molestation. And it has been a glorious series. And I pray to the Lord that brothers and sisters will take heed to all of the scriptures, all of the advice. We had 12 Shield General Mahaiman on, which this is his expertise. And I mean, it has just been a great series. And I pray that this class finds brothers and sisters both in the truth and out in the world. I pray this finds you so that you can learn and take heed to everything that we've been discussing and teaching and breaking down using the scriptures in the Bible and the history and the psychological data from experts on why it's so important to weed out child molesters and to stop them so that the next generation won't suffer the way we have, the way the previous generations have suffered. You understand? Oh, let me get this off of there. I can stop that. Okay. Most High Christ Shalom, Sister Bashamat, Yahweh Shema, Allah Bashim Al Shah. How you feel, sis? It's good to see the brothers and sisters that's in class. If you're in class, go ahead and check in. Like I said, I was just listening to Captain Mashak's live. I do that often on Wednesdays, his and Captain Dr. Shah's class, as we prepare to get this class going here in Kansas City. I got my main man, Kakum Bar down there. Hold on, Kakum. Let me get you on here. There you are. Give Kakum a hand.
Hey, shalom. How about
Shalom. What's going on, mighty man?
Oh, man, I'm too wild.
Most High Christ.
Hey,
you see, I got to tell you. You see that green screen? I got to look good. It ain't TV. It ain't. Look, I can do all this now. Look, y'all got me up on game now, because y'all better watch out. Like, I got a whole bunch of footage coming soon.
Damn right.
Most High Christ. Damn right. So I was just letting all the brothers and sisters know, Kakum, that this is our last series. This is the last part of this 4-part series which I want to say to you could come for water. We're going to be up there in Iowa for everyone who doesn't know. You brothers and sisters who are available, come on out to Iowa in Des Moines, Iowa this Saturday, November the 22nd. We'll be passing out food and clothes, winter provisions to brothers and sisters up there in Iowa, to the homeless. Right. I just won't say brothers and sisters because anybody can come and get clothes, provisions. Commander Juliana provides for everyone, which makes him a better leader than yours. All right, you want to tell them the address real quick, Kakunga Bar?
Yeah, Khan Makan. The address is Salakia. Let me get it real quick.
No sweat, no sweat.
The address is 1404 6th Avenue, Des Moines, Iowa. 5031. Khan Makan. 1404 6th Avenue, Des Moines, Iowa. 50314. Matter of fact, I think I was
Most High Christ. If you want to show a picture of the flyer,
yeah, there we go.
Here, let me get that up.
Yep. So it's on Saturday at noon. This Saturday at noon, right there on 6th Avenue. So definitely, anybody in the area, definitely come up there, and like you said, that we stand for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but it's for anyone, you know what I'm saying? We're giving out food and clothes, you know what I'm saying? We know that winter time's coming up, you know, they cut off the EBTs and everything, but they gave you a little bit back, you know what I'm saying? But we do this every year. It don't matter what's going on, you know what I'm saying? We definitely reach out to the community, and that's what the men of the Lord do. So yeah, once again, that's 1404 6th Avenue at noon. 6th Avenue, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yep. Damn right. Give him a hand.
Yep.
We're going to be down there this Saturday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone understand? Okay, let's get into tonight's class. Like I said, go ahead, clap it up.
Yep.
We got a heavy final part to this series for everyone. And like I said, man, this is also, if I may, let me hold on. We got some brothers and sisters just checking in. Shalom, Sister Mana. I'm Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thaba, Shem Yahweh Shah. How you feel, sis? We got the attendance log in up there. You understand? Make sure you log in if this is your if you're a new brother or sister that's looking to get your Hebrew name, make sure you're signing in the class, checking in. But like I was just saying, Kakam, before I brought you on, this has been a glorious 4-part series. This last month, which is 4 weeks, brother, it has been insightful. It has been helpful to myself, and I pray to brothers and sisters who these classes reach, right? I know one of the things that I learned coming into the Truth Act, because you never know, like coming into the truth, I was a young brother in the world who was in our oppressor's military, and I was fresh off of deployment, could come. And there was a cat on deployment. The first time I heard of the Hebrew Israelites, at least seriously, he was talking about the Hebrew Israelites. And then so when I got back from deployment, I searched Hebrew Israelites, and the first thing that popped up was the ISUPK. It was Captain Mashak in DC teaching. And so you never know where your classes are going to land, who they're going to touch. Salakia, not who they're going to touch, okay? Who they're going to reach, who they're going to influence. That's a more appropriate word. Who they're going to influence. You never know who your classes, your camps could come. You never know what brother or sister may see you out there this Saturday giving food and provisions to homeless people here in the richest country in the world, and that will do something to them. And it will change their mind. It will change their heart. And what's going to happen is they're going to follow you because you seem like the person with all the answers. And that's something I've always prayed to the Most High God, that my classes and my teachings, my camp speakings, regardless of what it is we do in the truth, regardless of what it is I do in the truth, that it will reach some brother or sister and that they will come into the truth. And I know that is all of our goals and missions, because we took an oath, if you're an officer in here, that our job is to fish brothers and sisters. Our job is to fish, right? And so everything we do is to fish you, is to so we can get you on the hook to come in here. And I pray that these classes, because there have been so many of our people who have been devastated could come, absolutely devastated through child molestation and through childhood abuse, that I pray they find these classes, especially the one General Muhammad taught. That was a almost 4-hour class of counseling and teaching and helping and guidance on how to mend something that's happened that is as traumatic as child molestation. I pray these classes find brothers and sisters out the way it found me could come, the way it found you.
That's right.
The way it found the generals when they were just young men in the world walking past the camp on Market Street in Philadelphia. I pray that all that we do reaches these brothers and sisters, because we are living in the last days and our people absolutely need this truth. We need it now more than ever. And so I pray these classes will find you in this series, especially because it has to do with something that has completely affected all of us in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities. I pray these classes find you, man. So with that being said, shalom, mighty man, young man James. How you feel, like? With that being said, I want to go straight into the videos, right? Because I don't want to do it at the end for time's sake. I want to go straight to the videos unless we have any questions inside the chat. If we don't have any questions, shalom, sis. If we don't have any questions in the chat, then we're going to go straight to the videos that I sent you, because today is going to be about the solution to this issue. The solution. We went over all of the effects. We went over what the cause is. We went over the origin, the history of child molestation in the first class. Second class, General Muhammad came on and taught us how to be better parents, which is what the solution is, right? Tonight, we're going to go into more of how do you curtail? How do you stop it, right? This is what the whole entire series is about, stopping it. First, you had to understand it. You had to learn. General Muhammad also, in addition to teaching how to be better parents, General Muhammad also taught you how to identify if you are not child molestation. He went over this with the emotional incest. Child molestation is not just you physically touching a child, an adult physically touching a child in a bad place. It is the way you act around children. Your behavior around children is going to affect them in a negative way or a positive way. And he went over all those articles he had me pull and the videos of the emotional incest. That was the first time I have ever heard of that. And do you know what I've seen after that class? I've seen Jakes in the world on post talk about emotional incest after that class. Right after General Muhammad's class, like I should have screenshotted this one brother. He in YouTube, he said in a comment or on Facebook or Instagram, he said this is emotional incest, and the video could come was a video, I think, of a mother walking around naked. And she was going over her issues with her child. She was talking about, I don't have no money for that. That's molestation, right? That's a part of it, that emotional incest. And you think you're an amazing parent. You think you're this great parent. Your kids get good grades in school, so you think that you're doing such a good job, but there's always room for improvement. And I'm not saying, obviously, every parent is a child molester, and that's the absolute far from the truth. But there are a lot of parents who are doing things that they don't even know they're doing because it was done to them as a child by their parents. And it was done to their parents by their grandparents when they were a child, and so on and so forth until you go to the slave master, the white man in the 1700s. He was the first one to do it to us. You understand? So this class is about how to raise children, because that is how to stop child molestation. You have to raise a child who won't be molested. You understand? You have to raise a child who sees danger and they run away from danger. First, General Muhammad went over how to be a better parent. We're going to teach you how to raise a child so that your children aren't put in danger. And we're going to go over this clip. I know it's a viral clip right now, Kakumgabar, in Chicago. There was a mother and her 2 children, and one of her children, it was a son, a boy. He had autism. And these 5th graders and 4th graders and little children, they jumped her. They abused her. They beat her and her autistic son as the little daughter watched. We're going to go over that and teach you terrible parents how to raise better children. Because the problem is you don't raise children who know how to do anything outside of watch baddies, get on a tablet, look at a phone. They can't read. They can't spell. They don't even know how to warn someone of danger. Not one of those children in 5th grade knew how to go and tell their mother. It was in the block. It was on the neighborhood block. So it wasn't like they were far away from their house. It was right around the corner from their house. And when I watched that video come, I thought about when I was in 5th grade, and I was going over this with my rib, talking about how I was so afraid of my father. He raised me to go and tell him about anything, no matter what it was. If danger was present, I'm going to get my daddy. And that's something that we're going to go over in the scripture and in scriptures when we pull them later, and in this class, to show you how to raise better children who can go and scream, yell, run, tell, and who's going to go tell their father, who's going to defend them, who's going to go tell the men that is supposed to be responsible for the community, so that children don't abuse a single mom, her autistic son, and her little daughter. We're going to go over that today. What you got right here, Kakun? What's the first video?
This is the ICE agent one.
Most High Christ. Let me say something before you play it, Kakun, if I may. Right? This is something that also General Hyman went over. General Hyman said something not in our class Wednesday, but in the Black Watch a couple of Mondays ago. Right? He said that when you look at any oppressor who wants laws to be cruel towards a certain group of people, like the oppressor that is MAGA, the Make America Great Again, Donald Trump supporters, those devils who love Donald Trump because of how cruel he is to the Mexicans. He said this. He said that they are the ones, if you look at their laptop, they're going to have child pornography on their laptop. They're going to have porn on their laptop. They're going to have a tablet and a computer and a laptop full of chomo. I'm going to say chomo because I don't want to get clipped. They're going to have a laptop full of chomo, right? If you don't know what a chomo is, ask a brother who's been in the penitentiary. It's what Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. It's what Jeffrey Epstein is, a chomo. Well, was. What Jeffrey Epstein was. What Donald Trump is. And every white man that follows Donald Trump, voted for Donald Trump, and loves how cruel Donald Trump is treating the Mexican brothers and sisters, they're all chomos. How do I know? Because we got videos here to prove what I'm saying. Go ahead and play that, Kakun Gabar.
Khan.
This one shames. This is a tragedy in many respects, but people at the Department of Homeland Security, I know there are great people there that come to work every single day and do their jobs and do it admirably. Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people. He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee.
Listen now, shalom to Sister Shalom Nahar. Yahweh Shema Bashim Shot. Let me tell you something, Kakun Gabar. He was an ICE agent, which is another prophecy General Hyman prophesied a few weeks ago in that same Black Watch, Commander General's Black Watch. These ICE agents that are so hard and tough on crime, these police chiefs, these Christian evangelical pastors who love to be hard on criminals, they're all child molesters, which is why those ICE agents could come have to mask up. They're masked up because they don't want you to see their faces, because they don't want you to see, they don't want you to know all of the chomo that they have on their computer. What's another word I can use for that? The word I'm trying to express.
A PDF file.
PDF files. They have their PDF files and chomos, and they have child PDF file documents in their computers, on their hard drives. Do you know there was a case a week ago, and there was, I believe it was another ICE agent or a Homeland Security agent. He had over 1,000 gigabytes, 1,000 articles or 1,000 gigabytes of PDF files in his hard drive, videos of children. I'm gonna say inappropriate videos of children. That's why I'll go with that, right? He was a PDF file and a chomo, and he had over 1,000 gigabytes of, which I think is a terabyte or something like that. He had a terabyte of storage of children doing nasty things to adults.
Good night.
And he was another agent. This is all in the news, and it's starting to come out now around this Epstein garbage. All of these PDF files and all of these chomos, it's all starting to come to the light. All of it. It's all starting to come to light. Now you're starting to see just what the ISUPK have been saying since 1969. Number one, your oppressor is disgusting, right? He is an absolute animal. Same with the other nations. They are absolute animals, and this is their way of life. Remember in the first class, we went over how this is normal in their cultures. They have a culture of PDF files. The Arabs, the Chinese, our oppressor, they're all PDF files. And they don't see anything wrong with it because it's their culture. So it's nothing for him to have 1,000 terabytes of children doing disgusting things to adults, or I should say adults doing disgusting things to children, because it's normal to him. That's what he's attracted to. He's attracted to minors like most white men are. Every one of the MAGA Donald Trump supporter men are people who are attracted to children, and they're going to abuse your children. Did everyone watch Chris Hansen when they were coming up? Did you see Chris Hansen's show To Catch a Predator 15 years ago? All of it, every episode was full of white men. You had two episodes, that had a Hispanic and a black man. That was it. 95%, virtually every single one of those PDF files on the Catch a Predator were all white, MAGA, ball cap wearing, sunshade glasses wearing, I love America white men. Blue-blooded, red-blooded white men Americans. That's who's on To Catch a Predator. That's who fills the prisons with the chomos, is white men. That's who that is. So this is something that is not taboo to them. This is something that is normal to them. And that's a key part about the solution, how to stop child molestation. The first step, you got to get the hell away from white people. You got to separate yourself from the oppressor. Here you are about to celebrate what, Kakun? What are people in the world about to celebrate?
Oh, you know, they finna celebrate the death, rob, and murder of the Native American brothers sisters as Thanksgiving.
Damn right. Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. And then Christmas.
Yep. Christmas.
You're about to do what listen, all of you Democrats who hate Donald Trump, all of you black Christians who absolutely hate Donald Trump's guts. He's about to celebrate Thanksgiving, and so are you. Do you understand? Right. This PDF file, Donald Trump, who's in the Epstein files, who loves to allegedly blow Bill Clinton. He's a homosexual, a sodomite, and a PDF file. And just for those of you who don't know, they always go hand in hand. If someone is a homosexual, someone is a LGBTQ, they're almost always going to have sex with a child. Always.
Right.
Because they have no boundary to what they're willing to do. If they're willing to have sex with someone who has the same body parts as them, which is unnatural, what's stopping them from having sex with a child who's 12 or 13 or 5 years old? There is nothing stopping them. It's all sexual deviancy. Do you understand? You're about to celebrate the same holiday as the America's #1 sexual deviant, the president of the United States of America. Then after Thanksgiving, you're going to give gifts to your children in honor of a jolly fat white man who knows when your children are asleep. He knows when your kids are awake. He knows when they've been bad, been good. So be good for goodness sake. You're going to celebrate a day. You just finished celebrating a day where all the child molesters thrive on Halloween. And who else celebrates Halloween? Donald Trump. Now you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, Kakam. Donald Trump celebrates Thanksgiving. Then you're going to celebrate Christmas. Guess who else is going to light a Christmas tree in the White House on Thanksgiving? The biggest PDF file in America right now, Donald J. Trump. You are going to do what he does. So you can't not like him that much. You can't be against Donald Trump that much. You're going to celebrate what he celebrates. You're going to believe in the same religion that he believes in. You can't disagree with him that much. He wants to sell F-35s to Saudi Arabia. You disagree with his geopolitics. You don't disagree with the way he is because you believe what he believes. You believe in the first Thanksgiving. You're going to celebrate Christmas, and you're Christian. You are Donald Trump. That's what you are. You black Christians who hate Donald Trump so much, you have more in common than what you think. You serve the same God that Donald Trump serves. He said he won't even make it to heaven. He said, I ain't making it to heaven because of all the children he molested, all the little girls and little boys he's touched, all of the men like Bill Clinton allegedly that he have given, that he filleted. He won't make it to heaven. At least he can admit it, could come. When are you black Christians going to start admitting that you're no different than Donald Trump? Give me a break. Creflo Dollar. Eddie Long was no different than Donald. Eddie Long was a PDF file, and so is Donald Trump. Eddie Long celebrated Christmas and Thanksgiving, and he voted. Donald Trump votes, celebrates Christmas, Thanksgiving, and he's a PDF file. You black Christians are no different than Donald Trump. That's the first step in stopping child molestation.
Right.
You have to understand that you're no different than the people who molested you in slavery. You're no different than the people who oppressed you 400 years ago. You Gadite brothers and sisters on the Reds. You are no different than the same oppressor, the same white, pale-faced devil who put your forefathers on those reservations when you celebrate Christmas, when you're Christian, when you believe the same ideology as your oppressor, you're just like them. You're just like the Spanish conquistadors who oppressed the so-called Mexicans and the so-called Taino Indians, the modern-day Puerto Ricans. You're no different. The first step is you got to give your oppressor his culture back. The oppressor have given us a culture to freely sin against our God. It's time for us to give him that culture back. You wouldn't have PDF files if we believed in the culture that it's in the Bible. The Bible says, a rapist shall be put to death. That's in the Bible. Give me that real quick. Give me that real quick. A rapist shall be put to death. The oppressor in his kingdom, in America, he doesn't believe that rapists should be punished. That's why a judge in New Hampshire 5 years ago told a white girl who was raped by a college basketball star, he told her you should have clenched your knees tighter because white people believe in raping and stealing and taking and abusing and taking advantage of children and women. Our oppressor has a culture of that. So if you're going to be pledging allegiance to the flag, and if you're going to be a Christian like him, if you're going to vote like he does, if you're going to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving like he does, you are going to rape women just like him too. You're going to take advantage of children just like him too. You're going to lie just like he will too. You're going to murder and be violent animals just like your oppressor. It's time that we give our oppressor his culture back, his God back, his belief back, his holidays back, his language back, his way of thinking back. It's time we give it all back to him. That's the first step. You got to get the hell out the Christian church. That's a religion for Donald Trump. That's a religion for Stephen Miller. That's a religion for Mike Johnson. You got to give him back his religion. You got it out?
Come.
Salaki, hold on. Hold on, Kakam. All right, go ahead, read.
Yeah, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her,
and the man does what?
Force her.
He does what?
Force her.
He does what?
He forced her.
What is Donald Trump? What did Epstein and Donald Trump do to allegedly do to all of those girls on the Epstein Islands?
Right.
What did they do, Kakam?
They forced her.
Forced her. You are not allowed to force a woman to have sex with you. What in the hell is wrong with you? You can't game up a woman with your Captain Tazaryak oils and your fly-ass beard like Kakam. Look at Kakam Gabar. Do you think he has to force a woman to have sex with him? He's not like Donald Trump, your leader. He's not like your Christian preacher. Kakam Gabar got the beard oils, the Tyree gas, the Carl gas beard oils. He has the fly-ass shades. The brother speaks so well. He can just smooth and game up a sister. He ain't got to go force a woman. What the hell is wrong with you? What man takes pleasure in a woman not wanting him? All men want a woman to want him. Only some sick bastard like Donald Trump would force a woman to have sex with him. That's what Charlie Kirk did with his wife. You know how Charlie Kirk got married out to that whore Erica Kirk, who you can clearly see has moved on with J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. She's probably getting trained. All you black men who love white women, who think black women are just the biggest whores and or terrible mothers on the face of God's green earth, you better look at Erica Kirk. Kobe Bryant's wife never did that. Do you understand, Kakam? Bernie Mac's wife never did that. Charlie Kirk's wife is already hugged up and kissing in the arms of Donald Trump. There's a video of Donald Trump telling Erica Kirk in the White House in the Oval Office, "Come here, Erica," and then he gave her a kiss. Have you seen that, Kakam? Brother, it's all over the internet. He said, "Come here, Erica," and then gave her a kiss. Not even a month after her husband was murdered. She's moved on. You want to know why? Because white women are whores. Surprise, surprise. White women are the biggest whores on God's green earth because their male counterparts are whoremongers. They're PDF files and chomos. That's why. They're an evil, disgusting, wicked race of people that are inherently dangerous to the earth. There's something fundamentally wrong with white people. You better learn to give them their culture back. You better learn to give them their beliefs, their tenets back. Give it back to them, man. You don't have to sit there and suffer in the ghetto trying to be white. That's why you're suffering in the ghetto. That's why your children are beating up a mother with an autistic son, because you're trying to be like white children. You're trying to be like white people. You're trying to be like your oppressor. That's why you deck the halls with falls of holly. That's why you celebrate Thanksgiving. That's why your pastors are PDF files, because white women are PDF files. It's time to give them their culture back. Go ahead and keep reading that, Kakam.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Say it again.
Then the man only that lay with her shall die.
What shall happen to a man that forces himself on a woman, better known as raping her? What should happen to him?
He shall die.
He shall be put in jail so he can get 3 meals a day.
He shall die.
He should be put in prison as your taxpayers pay for his medical, dental, and vision.
He shall die.
A rapist shall be put to death. Now you don't have any more rapists in the earth, Kakam. Imagine if some vigilante white organization out there were to go and string up a noose and lynch and hang Donald Trump and hang like they did Epstein. And they have on his chest, they say, "Here lies a rapist. Here lies a child molester." Imagine if people did that to every child molester and rapist. Guess what would happen? Children will be safe. Children will be safe. If child molesters were put to death the way the Bible says they should be, if rapists were put to death the way the Bible says they should be, you won't have any more rapists could come. You won't have any more child molesters. You will have a nation, an earth that is filled with innocent children who can live. Go ahead and say what you wanted to say, Art.
Yeah, I just want to bring out, if we go up some, because it kind of touches in, this also will be the solution, where it says right here, where it say, verse 24, it says, "Then you shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and you shall stone them with stones that they die, the damsel, because she cried not."
Yes.
So, you know how we say you gotta yell, scream, and cry out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta. I forgot the exact quote that General Hyman gave.
Scream, yell, run, tell.
Right.
And if
So,
I go ahead, Salaki, please, I'm gonna go after you. Come, go ahead.
yeah, kind of what come. Because yeah, that's what a damsel should do. You know what I mean? And then if you jump down to verse 27, it says, "For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her." But that's the thing. What you know, what I'm saying, our young women should do is run, scream, yell, tell.
Damn right.
You know, and that's definitely biblical.
Damn right. And if I could, are you done, Kakum?
Yeah, kind of what comes.
If I may, here's another. This is going into how the solution of how to raise children to not be molested. Here's a great tip for you fathers with daughters. This is something you better teach your daughters. You are allowed to die, but you aren't allowed to get raped. Do you understand? You know how many stories there are of women who just said, well, I would rather him just rape me and take it because I didn't want to lose my life. So you're going to live every day with the trauma of being forced by a man to have sex with you? You see why the oppressor's culture is toxic? Do you see that? A woman is willing to let some beast like Harvey Weinstein on top of her and then wait 30 years later to say something, as opposed to just telling him no. If he has a gun to your head and says, either you give it to me or I'm going to kill you, you say, well, you are perfectly allowed to rape a dead body, but you're not allowed to rape me.
Right.
Kakum, I think the rapes will go down.
Damn
you know, my wife watches that show, I Survive. You know how many women on there with men who says, well, I just let him do it because I know it was going to be over in a minute. So he just did it. And so I can survive. Your survival, your life is not that important. Your honor and your dignity is. If you have a daughter, brother, you better teach your daughters, you are not allowed to be raped, but you are allowed to die. Some man says, he got a knife to your throat, so you're just going to give it to him. You better lose your life that day fighting for your life. You better scream out, scream, scratch him, bite his nose, punch him. You better make sure that he rapes a dead body or you get the hell away. But he's not allowed to rape some woman that's sitting there crying as he's taking it. You better be good and dead. You're not allowed to be raped in the ISUPK, but you are allowed to die. Do you understand, Kakum? You're not allowed for some man to just take advantage of you. And then he uses the threat of death to scare you. You know, when we say no cowards, that also means our women too. Our women are not allowed to be cowards. The Bible says the woman is the weaker vessel. It doesn't say that she's a scared bitch. It doesn't say she's a coward. She's weaker, meaning she can't handle the burden that a man handles. It doesn't mean that she has to sit there and get raped and cry. And now she's got to go through the rest of her life getting counsel and taking medication because she's been taken advantage of. You better lose your life that day. You better be screaming and fighting for your life, woman. You're not allowed to get raped, but you are allowed to die. Does everyone understand? You better never let some man say, well, I got a knife to your throat. You better come on, give it to me. Come on. He's sitting there what are you doing? Sitting there letting him do it? You better die. That's more honorable. That's more glorious. Now you died with your honor intact, woman. It's the same for a man letting somebody take advantage of him. And I don't mean in a sexual way. I mean, there's a time in everyone's life that it's going to come to prove if you're a coward or not. God is going to prove you to be a coward if you don't learn what we teach you in ISUPK. There's a time in a man's life where he's got to go out and fight those bullies. You do know that, right? You got sons, which I have plenty of. What do you think I'm telling my sons? Go tell the teacher if somebody hits you. Are you out of your effing mind? If somebody hits you, he better be brother. We don't go and tell teachers and all of that garbage and tell the law. We defend ourselves in the ISUPK. And everyone should know that, Kakum. We don't kowtow to bullies. We don't kowtow to religious organizations, to faggot groups in purple. We don't kowtow to anyone because we know that God is on our side. We defend ourselves, which is the God-given right to every man and woman. What does General Muhammad say? Even roses have thorns. Everything is allowed to protect themselves. You better never go out as like a coward, be a goddamn coward, because it was more of them. What do? Well, y'all got it. You got it. That's what you teach your son. Your son sees two boys trying to bully him, and because they're bigger than him, what does he do? Go run and tell the teacher? You're raising a coward. That son of yours better go stand up to those bullies. I don't give a damn how scared he is. He's gonna learn to face his fears that day. That's how you stop children from being molested. Some dirty, disgusting pig telling your child, don't tell nobody, because if you tell somebody, I'm going to hurt you. So let me touch you down here. Come and touch me right here. You better learn to tell your child, teach your children to scream, yell, run, tell. Same for you women. Some man's trying to force you. You better scream to the heavens. Your voice better be shot. He's got a knife to your throat. You better scream and get killed. Let him rape a corpse. At least he didn't steal your honor. At least your father knows my daughter died a hero and not a coward. My son died a hero and not some stinking coward that has to live the rest of their lives with trauma. All of this medicine, all of this medication for all this mental illness, that all started because the preachers in the church, they cultivated a lifestyle of child molesters and victims of child molesters. They cultivated it in that church. So now you have generations that are hurt and traumatized that has to go the rest of their lives on medication because they can't sleep or eat, because they can't function in society because of how they've been molested, how violently they've been abused by some terrible, evil pastor or parent.
Right.
You teach your children how not to be cowards. That's the first step. Let's keep going, Kakam Gabar. First, Salaki, before you finish reading, Sister the difference is when Israel, she's saying Israel, meaning blacks and Hispanics. When blacks and Hispanics does exactly what he is doing, we're the first in jail. Absolutely. Whenever we're criminals, we get put in jail because this is our oppressor's kingdom. Which and that's what is it called, Kakam? White privilege. Crime is a privilege of being white. You're not allowed to commit crime if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. If you're white, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. And Donald Trump is the proof of that. Okay, we had another question. Oh, so like, we had a sister checking in. Sister Zara, shalom, Sister Zara. Yahweh Shemala Tabashim Yahweh Shah. We got a few more. Hold on. We got some comments here. We got a Sister Ra'aya. Shalom, Sister Ra'aya. Yahweh Shemala Tabashim Yahweh Shah. Rosa Parks told a white man that, damn right, give Sister Maya Mariah a hand. Rosa Parks told a white man that tried to rape her before she was the Rosa Parks that sat on the bus, front of the bus. She was a, not an au pair. She was a, what are they called? A maid. She was a maid to a white man, a rich white family in Alabama in the South, right? And this rich, she was 15 or 16 at the time, I think, to come. And her boss, her white boss, he came in one day probably half drunk, like the white man. He's a drunk. He's a filthy drunk, which is a sin. He's a filthy drunk. He was probably half drunk. He goes in and sees her cleaning, and he tries to rape Rosa Parks. And Rosa Parks denied him and said no. He said, have sex with me. He said no. Remember, she's 16, 17. So not only was he a rapist, he was also a child molester because she was a girl. Anything 18 and under, Salaki, you a girl. I know 18 is illegal. Listen, when I have daughters, she's not allowed to be married until she's about 25. Bible says when she passes the flower of her youth. 18 is around the age, but my God, what girl is a woman at 18? She's still learning life. So this Rosa Parks, I want to say she was 17, 18. She was some little girl. And this grown adult white man who was like 40 goddamn years old, he tried to force her to have sex with him. And she denied him. She said no. And then he said something, he threatened her. And she said, well, if you want to rape a corpse, by all means, be my guest. And he left her the hell alone. That's how you spiritually battle the white man, sis. By not being a coward. Women, you can be cowards. Sisters, you can be cowards too. I see them every day on social media. Women who are cowards to hard times. So because times are hard, what do you got to do? Sell your vagina? You got to strip naked and have an OnlyFans on Instagram and social media? Those women you see on Instagram who are whores are cowards. That's how a woman is a coward. You use the easiest thing that you have that every man wants to pay your bills. Why don't you do like Sister Pyla in Houston, Texas? Give her a hand. How about you go and get a degree in an education?
Right.
How about you go and get a degree? What do you have to have sex with every man to make money? You're a coward. You're a coward. And sisters can be cowards too. The sisters in the UPK are no cowards out.
That's right.
These sisters dress modestly. They're chaste women. They don't shake their tail or show their tail to anyone. They don't do any of that garbage. They don't have sex with men for money. They go and become doctors and nurses. And what is the Sister Pyla? Show me what her what is her slavery again? What is she? She just graduated and she became something. Now, hold on, let me see what she is. She's a Salaki, hold on. NRCMA. Give her a hand. And I believe the sister is trying to go to college out. That's the rib of Officer Yeshaya down there in Texas. Give her a hand. Sister Pyla. She's got a degree out. She went to school with 5 children. 5. You hoes got 2 kids, and now you found out you were pregnant, and because you work at Amazon's warehouse, you're like, well, I know this ain't enough money to take care of my one child. So what do I got to do? I guess I'll go start an OnlyFans. You're a stinking coward. You would have let some white man rape you. He wouldn't even have to have threatened you. You would have did it for money, for gain, like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. You would have been a whore for gain. You're a coward. You're not allowed to be a coward, sis. You're not allowed to raise cowards or be a coward. Sister Pyla went to school with 5 kids, and if I'm not mistaken, could come 1 or 2 of them are special needs children. Imagine how much attention she has to give to those children. 5 kids. Here you are with 2 kids, and you're stripping to make money to finish school. She didn't have to strip. She used her she used her mind, something that is rare for a woman in this world, but sisters in the UPK do it every day. You know how many sisters in here I can shout out like that? So many of them who go to school, start a business, taking care of children who are special needs, 16 kids, 5 kids, adopt children. They're not stripping in OnlyFans. They're struggling like the rest of us.
That's right.
They're suffering like everybody else. What makes you so different? You too pretty to go work and go to college? You too pretty to go be an electrician or a plumber? You too pretty. White women are doing it. White women are being plumbers, electricians. They making money. I ain't saying white women aren't whores, but goddamn, the ones who were raised with a father said, I don't want to be a whore. I want to use my hands or my mind to make money. Sister, you better do the same. Your hands work. Your mind works. You using the easiest thing that you have to make the thing that it just is natural. You have breasts, a big behind, and a vagina, which every man, every pervert wants. Every pervert wants that tail and that mouth and that vagina. So what do? You just go give it to them for enough money. And then that's how you take care of your family. You're a coward. You're a coward. You're an absolute coward. And in the ISUPK, women are not allowed to be cowards, Kakam. They're not allowed to be cowards. They have to suffer just like the rest of us. They got to go to school and suffer in those books. You go be a lawyer or a doctor. Go be an NRCMA with Sister Pyla is. Go be a nurse. You can be the sisters know they could be pediatric neurosurgeons could come. I don't think they know that. I think sisters, you need to know something. You can become a pediatric neurosurgeon. You can be a pediatrician. You can go be an obstetrician, gynecologist, OBGYN. You don't have to just go out there and sell your tail for money. You can use your wit if you have it. You understand? A medical assistant. Water. She's a medical assistant. Going to be a nurse. Come on, man. These sisters in here are no coward. They're not going to be raped, Kakam. I pray everyone understands that. They're protected. They're protected and they're taught and trained by the men of God. Right?
Damn right.
Come.
Kind of account. Well, that's pretty much it on that, but I could read it one more time.
Did you see that comment? I saw a detective tell a woman she was right because she did what she had to do to survive. Yikes. That's the white man's culture. He keeps rapists employed by telling women, well, just give him what he wants. Not in here. You're not allowed to be raped in here. You fight for your life. I'm sorry, you fight. And if you lose your life, you lose your life. You'll come back in the regeneration. You'll be all right. God will remember what you've done. And we will too. We will remember you died with honor and your dignity. And you don't have to live the rest of your life on all these medications. You're twitching and ticking and you can't sleep. You're scared of your shadow. You're afraid of every goddamn phone call. Can't even raise your children. Always stressed out, full of anxiety because you let men take advantage of you. Because the ISUPK, you didn't listen to the ISUPK when we told you to scream, yell, run, tell. You were raised by the Christian church, and the church did a terrible job raising children. Did a terrible job teaching parents how to raise kids. But today we're going to teach you how to raise some kids in here. You said that was it on that, Kakam?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the last one was for he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Now I still had the video. I didn't know if you want to go back into that or not.
Please, yeah, we getting the videos tonight. Was it 8 o'clock? We getting these videos tonight, bro. We got another hour, Kakam. We got another hour to teach these parents, brothers and sisters, how to be in this. Listen, this is to you white people too. This ain't just for black people. This is for all people. You better come in these classes and learn how to be better people. White people too. You white people are the biggest terrible parents. White people make terrible children. Kakam Gabar. They raise children that shoot up schools with kids inside of it. White people are terrible parents, but they're your children's teachers. You white people better come in these classes and learn how to stop your child from being molested. And let me help you, white women. It's your husband. In white families, it's the man, it's the husband that's doing it. In black culture, in black families, it's the preacher. It's the gay uncle. That's who's molesting our kids. White children are being raped and molested by their father. Do you understand?
Right.
So all of you white men, here's the best advice. Leave your family. That's all. Black men need to be in the home to stop child molestation. White men need to leave their house. That's going to stop child molestation in the white community. Could you imagine if Donald Trump was raised without his father? Brother, Donald Trump probably could have been a goddamn engineer, a nuclear engineer, if he didn't have that slime ball as a father. If he wasn't spoiled by that, imagine Donald Trump's father, that terrible German. You know that German. Have you ever researched the Weimar Republic in Germany before Adolf Hitler took over? Yeesh. It was San Francisco in the 70s. I'm not making this up. You know I got the literature. I got the history right here. You know I do, Kakam.
Right.
This book here is called The Third Reich. And it talks about the Weimar Republic. It has in here the Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic in Germany in 1923 was like San Francisco in the 1960s and 70s. It was full of sodomites. Jewish sodomites, German sodomites. Oh my God. It was Sodom and Gomorrah. The Weimar years. Go look that up whenever you get a chance. Before Adolf Hitler had enough. That little Adolf Hitler had enough of Jewish people coming into his city and ruining the economy, stealing all their money, and making everybody gay. Well, guess what? They did it again in America. Jewish people did it again here in America. Go figure. After World War II, there was a surge in open homosexuality. This was after all of those Jewish people fled here to America. I wonder why. Do you know that Israel has the highest pedophilia in the world? This is not just me saying this. The brother could come shook his head because we already looked at all the statistics and the data. All you have to do is go research it. All you have to do is look it up. That's all you got to do.
If I could.
Please, Kakam.
Yeah, if I could. So, because you know the Israelis, they got dual citizenship. So what they do is they come over here and they fondle all the kids or whatever, and then they just go right back to the Israeli state.
And go
You
back to
know,
the
over
Israeli state and fondle all the kids there.
right. You know,
Go ahead,
and
please.
that's what they,
Salakia.
even when they do their circumcision, you know how they do their
Yes.
circumcision, they do it, they put their mouth on the rod of the little boys. They got the biggest LBGT parades over there, population in general. You know, yeah, it's just it's madness.
Yeah,
You know, we
you said it
definitely
right.
know
It's
who.
madness. It's
Right.
madness, Zach. It's absolute madness that these Jewish people get, and they get away with it, Kakam. They get away with it because
Yeah.
America defends them, because white men like it too. That's what you
Right.
don't understand. They love it. They love it. They just don't want it to be so open. They don't want their slip showing. So they don't want there to be open LGBTQ in the streets like San Francisco in the 70s. Ask your parents about San Francisco in the 70s, Miami in the 80s. Full of HIV, that I can tell you. It was full of LGBTQ white men. That's where you went to go. It's time to stay at the YMCA. That was a group in San Francisco that were full of gay men. That's San Francisco in the 70s. Do you understand? That's Miami in the 80s, full of cocaine, child molesters, and LGBTQ, which all hand in hand. That's what Weimar Republic of Germany was. Does everyone understand? That's why it's so important for you to give your oppressor his culture back. Now you see who the real child molesters, now you see who the real chomos and PDF files are. It's not black men, it's white men. The sister had a comment out. I watched an interview of a black man who said that the boogeyman is real. He would go to his grandma's house and she would let a family friend in the house and he would sexually abuse him. Stories like this are so sad. He is so traumatized that he distanced himself from his kids. Wow. Because worried he would do the same. Give the sister a hand. Sister Shalom Nahar, I guarantee you, if you were to ask him what religion his grandmother was, I think we all know the answer, right? You see how I don't even have to say what it was. This is to Elias Shai, even to you could come. This is the next questions I'm gonna do with interviews on the street. The next street interviews we do is going to be about child molesters, because this whole Epstein thing is so big. I want to ask black people, do you agree? This is going to be my question, my line of questioning, Kakam Gabar, when I interrogate these simple jakes on the streets of Kansas City and Des Moines, Iowa this Saturday. I'm going to ask black people, do you agree, Mexicans? Do you agree with child molestation? Do you agree with Donald Trump? Do you believe he's in the Epstein files? Do you think he's in a, yeah, they're going to say, yeah, I think he's in the Epstein files, which would make him a child molester. Is child molestation acceptable? And they're going, every black person in Hispanic is going to say what, Kakam? What are they going to say? Shalom Nahar, what are they going to say?
They're going to say no.
They're going to say, child molestation is not acceptable. Then I'm going to ask them, what is their religious beliefs? 90% of them are going to say what could come. They're Christian. This is going to be my final question. If child molestation is not acceptable, why does so much of it happen in the Christian church? And then I'm just going to let them answer. What do you think? That'll do another million could come? You think that'll do about 500,000?
Hey, it's going to go up.
I pray it does another million to get those followers up so we can continue to beat these enemies we have. We beating our enemies here in Kansas City on social media. I want to keep beating their ass on everything in life.
Damn right.
That I pray does another million, Shalom Nahar. That was a good story. So that was a sad story, but it's inciting. It's insightful because it shows you the trauma that the average black Christian boy and girl have to live in. His grandmother was Christian. I don't think that has to go. That has to be discussed. That can go without discussion. That little boy's grandmother that this sister is talking about, she was a Christian. And she would let a family friend come to the house to abuse him sexually. Now, this doesn't say that it was a man. You do know women also sexually abuse boys too.
Right.
Y'all know that, right? Sisters, you ain't off the hook. This is for men and women, because both of you can be child molesters. We're teaching you how to raise children who won't be molested. You understand? He's so true. That's sad. That's sad. The water, sis. That's sad. That's the Christian belief. That's one of the major tenets in their belief system. The law is done away with. So
Right.
that absolves you of all the child molesting crime that you're going to commit. It was a man. Yeesh, my goodness. The family friend was a man. Yikes.
Mm.
The water, sis. That's sad. Let's get back to the videos. Take me to the one I sent you. Take me to the article of Donald Trump's on this topic. Let's keep going with this religion, with this Christianity, the white man's religion. Take me to the article, Kakam, of Donald Trump's spiritual advisor being arrested for child molesting, for molesting a 12-year-old child. Child molesting claims. Take me to that.
Right here it says, this is from the Texas Tribune. It says Robert Morris, former Texas megachurch pastor and Trump advisor, indicted for child sex crimes.
Read that headline again. Like the headline should stun everybody.
Robert Morris, former Texas megachurch pastor and Trump advisor, indicted for child sex crimes. This was published on March 12, 2025. So this was recent.
Oh, yeah, this was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
This was like 2 days ago, brother. This just happened now. You understand? This just happened. Keep going.
And then it says Morris is a former spiritual advisor for President Trump and Gateway, one of the nation's largest mega churches, has been particularly active in Dallas area GOP politics. Let's go down. It says Robert Morris, the Dallas area megachurch pastor who resigned last year amid sexual abuse allegations, has been indicted in Oklahoma for child sex crimes that date back all the way to the 1980s. Good night. Morris
It dates
is a
back
former
to when, Kakam?
To the 1980s.
He's been molesting children for 40 goddamn years, 40 years he's been molesting children. And this is who Donald Trump chose to be his spiritual advisor. Surprise, surprise. Keep going, Kakam.
It says Morris is a former spiritual advisor to President Donald Trump and Gateway, one of the nation's largest mega churches.
Good.
He has
one of the nation's largest mega churches. Yikes. Keep going.
He has been particularly active in politics. In 2020, Trump held a roundtable on transition to greatness there that was attended by then U.S. Attorney General William Barr and other prominent Republicans. Morris faces 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child, the Oklahoma Attorney General's office said in a Wednesday evening press release. The indictment comes less than a year after Morris resigned from Gateway Church in Southlake after an adult woman, Cindy Clemenshire, and Morris repeatedly
Sydney what? What's her last name, Mark?
Clemenshire.
Ain't that that's like gotta be like Jewish or something. We're gonna blame the small hats for all of this. We're gonna blame white people and the small hats who are the same people, right? Clemenshire is certainly not a black person. This cat is a white man who loves Donald Trump. I don't even need you to read no more. He's been molesting kids since the 80s that we know of. Remember, whenever they caught John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy, they all said that it had been before they were caught by the police. The numbers that they have on file of the people they've molested, raped, and killed, those were just the numbers they admitted to. I'm sorry, those were the numbers of the victims they found, meaning that they cannot actually identify and corroborate this story. Brother, whenever you look at their interrogate or in interview videos, they admitted to committing more acts of violence to more people. They said that not Donald Trump, Jeffrey Dahmer, they both the same. They both love blowing men and love being a sexual deviant. Jeffrey Dahmer admitted to killing more people than those people that they showed you on that Netflix special about him. He said his first victim was that white boy that no one ever found. Brother, could you imagine in between the white boy that he killed, that he had a love of, he loved, sexually loved, and the people that he first started killing in Milwaukee? Could you imagine how many was between that? And then think about John Wayne Gacy. God damn. And who else? It's the BTK killer right here. The BTK killer, he went from 1970 to 2002, 3, 4. 1970 to 2004. And when they took him and interrogated him, and he expressed and admitted to all these crimes he committed, all the murders he committed, he even said that it's possibly more. A lot of those serial killers black out when they do it. Some of them black out. They don't even remember. He said it could have been, it's more. Hell yeah. You got me now. I'm busted. So yeah, it's more. Brother, people that they haven't even found to this day. And it's 2025. Like, here you are thinking that this bastard only have been molesting kids since the 80s. Brother, he's probably been molesting kids since the 60s. The 80s is the victims that actually came out. Here you are thinking that the church is only responsible for the numbers that they show you in the news. You better up that number, because those numbers that they tell you are only the numbers of victims who came out. Imagine how many victims are still silent. Imagine how many victims of the Catholic and the Christian churches that are silent because they're too embarrassed and afraid to speak up. This bastard here has probably been molesting kids out since the 70s, and Donald Trump chose him to be his religious and spiritual advisor. Surprise, surprise. Go ahead, Kakam. You have something you wanted to say out?
No, yeah, he probably wanted them to be his spiritual advisor, because you know how they do their little confession things in the Catholic churches, and he knew he can tell them all his little freaky tales with all the little kids, and you know they share stories, and he'd be okay with it. Yeah, you know, because we know the Catholic Church definitely is, you know, the main proponent of all the sexual deviancies that's happening throughout the world. You know, especially in America. And you know, I wanted to bring out that video too, where you know it's the politicians, it's your religious leaders, and the teachers is doing the same. And that one I sent you earlier.
Go ahead, please. Listen, Kakam, the articles you have and the videos you have, tonight is the night to play them out. Play them. Go ahead and play them out. We're gonna analyze everything and break it down using the Bible. Please play it out. We trying to show and teach our people how to raise children to not be like these children who are getting molested out. You got to raise children who won't be molested. You have to arm your children with the knowledge of the truth. And that's what we're teaching you to do in these classes. Tonight, this is the final night. This is the solution. We got to show you how these kids, what is happening in the world that you don't want to acknowledge, Kakam. These black women and Hispanic women, you ask majority, virtually all of them say, I don't watch the news. I don't like watching the news. Not even black and Hispanic women. Black people, you ask black men, a lot of brothers and sisters don't like watching the news. They don't like to see. They want to hide behind the money they make at work. The money you make at your slave, the new toy you get your child for Christmas. You want to hide behind that instead of facing reality that this country that you love so much, this country that the flag that you salute is drenched in the blood of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And it stands because of all of the children that they abuse. The flag flies because they are able to just consume so many innocent children. This is figurative. I'm speaking figuratively. They are able, the flag flies because they are able to oppress and abuse our people and our children. And if you want to hide behind your slavery and Esau's holidays, be my guest. But when this comes knocking on your doorstep, when this issue of child molestation, when your daughter comes home and says, Mr. McGillicuddy, Mr. Shininbaum, which is a Jewish last name, Shininbaum, Mr. Shininbaum, give me another Jewish last name. Give me some Jewish last names. Find Jewish last name.
Anything with a stain or a stein at the end.
Yeah, Rothstein. Rothstein. Mr. Rothstein, my principal, touched me. Oh, then you're going to start to want to wake up then. Then you're going to wish you listened to Commander Juliana's men in these classes. Then you're going to wish you heard the truth of God. When your daughter or son, God forbid, comes home, Steinberg. That's a good one, young man. Steinberg. Mrs. Steinberg told me that all she wants to do is put her lips on me, some 4th grade boy. Your son's in 4th grade, and Mrs. Steinberg wants to do that to him. Then you're going to wake up there, and then you're going to say, well, this is terrible what they're doing to these children because your child is affected now. We're teaching you how to prevent it. You better learn to listen. You better learn to listen because this thing will come to your doorstep if you don't take heed to the men of God. Go ahead, come to bar. Play what video you have.
Come.
In this video, I'm gonna enhance it, Kakum. All right. So whenever you want to say something, you just pause it, and then I'll put you back on the screen. All right.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna read. It says 4th grade teacher arrested over disturbing messages.
So yeah, hi. Hey, I'm Detective Hoffman, Sheriff's Office. Yeah, hi. Right now, I want to tell you you are under arrest. So do me a favor, stand up, put your hands behind your back for me. Excuse me. Right now, you're under arrest. Okay. Here, this is Detective Sinclair right in front of you. Yeah. He'll explain kind of what's going on.
I have reason to believe that you've been in communication with a 13-year-old child. You told her at some point last week that you were going to come meet up with her, and then you didn't. So she told her mom that she'd been talking to a teacher. We did some investigation and found out that teacher was you. Okay. So we have all of those text communications between you. Okay. Okay.
Is there a simple way to do this?
Like how?
Instead of booking and.
Well, it's a Class C felony. I guess I'm failing to understand how you would like to simplify things.
It did not happen.
You didn't communicate with the child?
Yes, Salakia.
He's
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he first of all he's acting so nonchalant, but he's gonna ask the deputy or whoever they are, can we simplify this?
Yeah. And did you hear what he said? He said the deputy said, well, it's a Class C felony. What else are Class C felony? Can you look up Kakam? I'll look it up for you. What are Class C felonies? I'm gonna get Alexa in here next time. What are Class C felonies?
Yeah, I'm about to look it up.
Oh, I already looked it up.
You already looked it up?
Class C felonies. It says the penalties can include imprisonment and significant fines. For example, in Missouri, sentences can range from 3 to 10 years. So being a child molester, at minimum, you're going to do 3 years in prison. Right. 3 years in prison. How in the hell is being a child molester an evil, disgusting, nasty bastard who is working with children and you're a child molester? How is that a Class C felony? That should at the least be up there with attempted murder. Because that's what you're doing when you molest a child. When you rape a woman, you're murdering them.
Right.
You're spiritually murdering them, castrating them. How in the hell is that not attempted murder?
Right.
But do you want to know why it's such a lesser felony, a misdemeanor damn near? Because the judges, the judge Steinbaum and Saddleberger and Judge Rothstein, guess what they like to do? They also like to do what this teacher did and talk to underage girls and boys. They like to touch underage girls and boys could come. So that's why it's such a lesser penalty, because white men love to do this thing here. White men love to be chomos in PDF files. It is something ingrained in their culture from their Greco-Roman history and past. They love Caligula, which is what this place is. The White House is Caligula. This is Greek in Rome. Do you understand? Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what America is. So no, you're not going to see a child molester get a life in prison. They're going to be out in 3 years. Half of them get 10 years probation. Most of them don't even go to jail because of entrapment. They always have some type of law that's going to guarantee the safety of a PDF file who puts children's lives in danger.
Right.
Go ahead, Art.
No, now that one was was the teacher, but you brought up the judge. This one was the judge getting accused of having child abuse materials.
I remember
so this. He doing the same thing, and that's why they don't get the time that I'm saying that they should, because they behind the podium with they what's it called, a gaveling or whatever they call it, and they robe
a
gavel, doing the same exact thing. But I'll just let it play real quick. If it play.
Freedom means having real choices, and with Johns Hopkins U.S. Family Health Plan, you get to choose your own doctors.
Yes, like it's an ad.
No sweat. You too hard. It's too hard. Give it up for the brothers and sisters that's watching the content.
Yeah, damn right.
Trying to learn how to prevent this evil from coming to the next generation. Give them a hand. Give them all the brothers and sisters, everyone that's online watching the 4-part series over the last month. I'm gonna give y'all a hand, man. Most High Christ for you, because I know your house is going to be safe for children. Now everyone else, I don't know. I don't know how safe your house is going to be. You understand? I don't know what these brothers and sisters are doing. I don't know. I don't know what in the hell they're doing out there in the world, brother. I know they're about to celebrate Thanksgiving next Friday, next Thursday. They're going to celebrate Christmas after that, and then New Year's after the government was just shut down. Do you know about that, Kakam? They're going to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving to give money back to the white man, and the white man is using you up like a $2 whore. The white man, the Donald Trump's regime is treating all Americans who make under $100 million. If you are not worth $1 million in America, Donald Trump is treating you like shit. Excuse my language. And you're going to go and reward them by spending all of your money on kids who don't deserve gifts anyway. You're going to do that this month and next month. And then you come to us when we out on the street corners and say that we aren't educated and we need to get a job. Brother, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes, Kakam. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. You're going to reward a man that's on the Epstein files. That's a PDF file with Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're going to vote. You're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. You're going to celebrate New Year's. You're going to go to New York and watch the ball drop. After he just let you go for a month and didn't pay you. It's like, brother, what more does the white man have to do? Like, white people are gods to everybody. Everybody. You think God is white. I'm starting to learn something about Americans Kakam that I never saw before. Black people, we knew, being in the truth that white people is our God because we grew up Christian with a white Jesus. You know what I'm starting to realize? That white Jesus is the God to everybody because white Jesus has all the money. Didn't you just see Donald Trump strike a deal with Saudi Arabia? He's going to sell the F-35s to Saudi Arabia in exchange for $1 trillion. The white man is the God for everybody. Here I am thinking that those Arab Muslims really believe that Allah is their God. Are you kidding me, Kakam? Allah is a white man, Kakam Gabar. He's got to be. He's got to be. Do you know how long America bombed the Middle East?
Right.
And now they're striking deals with the Arabs. Allah got to be white. I know that niggas' God is white. I know that's blacks and Hispanics' God. Go ahead, Kakam.
If I could, the so-called Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they teach that Farad Muhammad was Allah, and Allah, and their Allah was a white man. He was, in fact, they said that he's a good white man.
Yes. Give
He
him
was
a
the
hand.
good white man. Good night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, your God is white, whether you want to believe it or not. I don't want to hear no one else say that the ISUPK is wrong about anything. Here I am thinking that Allah is the God for the Muslims, Buddha is the God for the Chinese, the God for the Japanese Amun is some old, silly samurai karate god. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they got some old kung fu karate god in a G that, what I'm saying, konnichiwa. Right. I'm thinking that's their God. Like, whole time, like, everybody's God on this earth is white. The white man is the God for all of you niggas, not just for blacks and Hispanics. Y'all been making us feel bad that we serve a God, the God of our slave master. You Arabs serve a God that bombed your villages for 20 years. The last 20 years, they bombed you. The Vietnamese, do you know the Vietnamese now, they're a democracy. After America came through there in the Vietnam War and raped their daughters and their mothers and their girls, those Vietnamese soldiers, the American soldiers that fought in the Vietnam War, raped those Vietnamese girls. White American soldiers. They would rape those little girls, take advantage of those Vietnamese women, which is why prostitution is such a big commodity in Vietnam, because white GIs went down there and prostituted the whole entire Vietnamese villages. The north part and the southern part. All of them are ruled by America right now. All of your gods are white. Here we are thinking only our God is. I'm sitting there trying to fix black people and Hispanics and Native Indians could come to bar. It seems that you all need a new black God, not just my people. My people need to realize that our God is the God of the Bible, who is a black man. All of you need a black God. All of you. Because then you won't be swindled by some white God that's a PDF file in the White House. Go ahead, Tom. You want to say something?
Yeah, no, what you bringing out is heavy, because that's why it says in Isaiah chapter 14, it says, "How have thou fallen, O Lucifer?" That is the white man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, son of the morning, that didst weaken the nations. You know, the white man has went across the entire planet, conquering the conquer with, with his blessing, which is the sword. And he's Lucifer. That's their God, Lucifer, the son of the morning. And when the Lord take him down, everybody's gonna be like, "This is the man that made the earth to tremble."
Damn right.
I yield.
The brother's telling the truth, y'all. He's telling you the truth. He's teaching you what's in the Bible. Your God is white. That's why now I see could come. This whole 4-part series could have been 1 hour. I'm starting to realize something, blacks and Hispanics. Are y'all listening? Tune in. Watch this. Listen to this. The reason that child molestation is such a big thing on the earth, because everybody's God is white. That's why child molestation is so big in the earth. The earth runs rampant with PDF files because everybody is serving a white man. Damn.
That's right.
This could have been a 1 hour. I summed it all up. Done. Class is over. Shalom. Yeah, class is over. I finally found out why everybody is getting molested by pastors and preachers, no matter what country you go to. Because no matter what country you go to, everybody's God is a white man. That's the reason why child molestation runs rampant in this earth. That's why so many children are affected by the Roman Catholic Church. Everybody's God is white. The Arabs' God is white. Blacks and Hispanics' God is white. The North American Indian God is white. White people's God is white. The Asians' God is white. Everybody's serving a white God. That's why the earth is so destroyed. That's why everybody's getting molested. That's why everybody's getting murdered. That's why everybody's a thief and a liar and a vagabond. That's why everybody's homeless could come. That's why violence have gone up. That's the reason why, even though all of the serial killers from the 70s, the numbers went down, every white man became a truck driver and serial killers' numbers went down. Surprise, surprise. They wonder why. Why is there no more serial killers like they used to be in the 70s and 80s? because every white man became a truck driver, and now he gets to kill at will and throw them out in some woods somewhere in Oklahoma and Arkansas on 410 highway, on I-40 highway in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Everybody's God is white. That's the reason why the earth is terrible. That makes so much more sense now. Let's keep going now. You got this judge up here.
Oh yeah, Slacky.
Let's get this judge up here. This is a white man for everyone who doesn't know. Here, I got a series that I got to come. It's called "There's Something Fundamentally Wrong with White People." This needs to be made into a book. This should be a shirt. This should be the doctrine of every white person. There's something fundamentally wrong with white people. Brother, that phrase is going to save so many people. If everyone can identify who the devil is, then you will stay the hell away from him.
Right.
If you identify that the white man is the problem with the earth, then your children won't be molested. Your husbands will stay in the house. You have 2-parent homes. Your children will actually be profitable citizens when they get older. They won't have to deal with all this goddamn trauma that the white man gives them. The white man is the problem with the earth. Give the sister a hand. She said the white man, woman, and child are already in their heaven. They're nasty, deplorable, diabolical, PDF heaven. Give Shalom Noah a hand.
That's right.
This is the person that is on your grandmother's wall and mantle. This is who you prayed to. Some white Jesus. And like the sister Bashamaf say, Christians say color don't matter. I wonder why I could come. I wonder why color doesn't matter. Because your God allows you to molest children. The black God doesn't allow you to molest children. The white God allows you to molest children. The black God doesn't allow you to be a thief and a whore and a liar. The white God allows you to be a thief and a whore and a liar. The black God doesn't want you to celebrate Christmas. He doesn't allow you to celebrate Thanksgiving. The black God wants you to remember the days of old. Remember the violence that your brothers from the tribe of Gad suffered from the white man. He wants you to remember the violence that the tribe of Judah suffered at the rope at the end of some white man's rope. He wants you to remember the Mexicans. He wants you to remember what ICE is doing to our brothers and sisters from the tribe, the South American tribes. He wants you to remember what he's doing to the Central Americans, to the so-called Mexicans, Raza. That's the black God. The white God wants you to forget the past. He wants bygones to be bygones. Even though he gets to remember the Alamo, remember 9/11, remember all of the atrocities that happened to his white America. He wants you to remember that, but he don't want you to remember what happened to your own people. That's the problem serving the white God. Now I see what the problem is, Kakam. Now I see why you believe that race doesn't matter, because the white God allows you to be an evil, disgusting, lying sinner. The black God doesn't allow it. Keep going.
Right.
Newsroom, the Department of Homeland Security has announced charges that Charleston County Magistrate Judge James B. Gosnell Jr. is facing. They say Gosnell has been arrested for possessing child sexual abuse materials. Department of Homeland Security investigators reportedly got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
During a search warrant of Gosnell's home and electronic devices, agents reported finding a flash drive with child sex abuse material on it. Gosnell has been suspended by the South Carolina Supreme Court. He's set to be arraigned tomorrow morning. Be sure to stay with us. We'll continue to follow this case as it unfolds.
Yeah, so
freedom means having real choices. And with Johns Hopkins.
Yikes.
Yeah, so they like you was bringing out with the ICE, they got the mask on with at ICE agents, and they got the robe on behind the damn podium, and they in your damn schools, and they at church. So you know, and who is it? It's the goddamn white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn
like
right.
Said, we gotta teach our people to come back to our culture, which is gonna get us away from that wicked mindset, you know.
Damn right. Goddamn right. Get it, brother, a hand. That's the absolute truth. Listen, we're gonna be up there in Des Moines. We're gonna teach every black and Hispanic, everybody that comes and gets a coat, a blanket, a pot of chili, a bowl of chili this Saturday. They're gonna know who the devil is. He's the same reason why you're in need of winter provisions. Do you know that America has every billionaire and America has a trillionaire now? Did you know that could come? They have over 3,000 billionaires. They have a trillionaire, and they have countless millionaires. America is rich with resources, rich with money, and rich with an economy, a gross domestic product, GDP. It is the highest in all of the earth. It's the richest, most powerful country. And this Saturday, we're going to have to go out to Des Moines, Iowa to give winter provisions to homeless people.
That's right.
To homeless people in a country so rich. Kakunga boy, I found what the problem was. Everybody loves the white man. Everybody's God is white. Everybody's a Christian. Everybody loves America. That's the problem with America. White people. He's the problem with America. The white man is the problem with Venezuela. The white man is the problem with Trinidad and Tobago. He's the problem with the Caribbean island. He's the problem with the United Kingdom. He's the problem on Mars. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's the problem with everything. He's the problem with life. Once you realize that, your children won't be molested anymore. Once you realize that you can give your oppressor back all the things that you took from him, all the things that he gave you. He gave you his culture. He gave you his language. He forced all of these things upon us. I'm not saying we took it from him, but he did force them on us. Well, black people, aren't we free? Isn't that what black people tell us can come? Is that we're free now? White people even say that. You're free. Okay, Mr. White Man, since I'm so free, I'm going to give you back your culture. If we're so free could come, why are we a hate group in the Southern Christian Poverty Law Center?
Right.
I thought we were free to hate white people. We don't hate white people. God hates white people. Our God hates white people. So I'm not saying we hate white people. But my God could come. I thought we were so free. Aren't we free could come? Aren't we supposed to be free?
Hey, they're supposed to be.
So how come I can't celebrate Christmas without somebody saying something to me? Why can I not celebrate my birthday then? This is a good lesson for you young brothers and sisters who are coming into the truth. And whenever you tell your parents that, when you tell your mother, you say, well, Mom, I don't celebrate birthdays. Guess what that same black mother is going to tell you about white people? She's going to say, they're good white people. There are white people who fought to end slavery. That's what Judites say. There were white people who fought to end slavery, Kakunga Bar. This is what I want you to tell that mother and grandmother of yours. Well, Mama, if white people made us free, aren't I free to not celebrate my birthday? If these so-called good white people are out there and they fought for us to not be slaves, and I'm not a slave anymore, and I don't have to be a slave, and I'm free, am I free to not celebrate my birthday?
Right.
That's what I want you to ask your mother. All of you young brothers and sisters coming into the truth. Ask your grandmother and your pawpaw. Say, well, aren't I free to not celebrate Christmas? Because you know around this time, your family's going to look at you like, oh, nigga, you on that Islam shit. You on that 5%er shit. You say, no, I'm an Israelite, and I believe in what the Bible says. The young man that's on here, young man James, he's watching, right? This is what I want you to say to that family of yours. This is for all the young men and sisters who are going to who's going to experience this. How do I know? Because all of us experience it. That family of yours that molested you, they're going to look at you like, why aren't you coming to the Thanksgiving? Oh, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. You don't celebrate Christmas. I want you to say, well, cousin Junebug, mama, daddy, I thought we were free, aren't we? Didn't Abraham Lincoln make us free? I thought we were free. I'm not free to not celebrate Christmas.
Right.
I'm not free to stop celebrating Thanksgiving. I thought I was free. This is what you're going to find out. Everybody must love the white man. Everybody must celebrate what he celebrates. Everybody has to dance when he tells us to dance. Everybody has to scratch when he tells us to scratch. Not in the ISUPK and the Command and Journey Hana. We don't dance unless we hear music, and we don't scratch unless we itch. We will not celebrate Christmas. We will not celebrate Thanksgiving. We will not celebrate his New Year's or our birthday or vote since 1969. We will not do it because we are free men and women in here. You know what else we won't do, Kakam? Our children also won't be molested either.
Right.
You see how that works?
Right.
All of you niggas who are so free, who celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, your children get molested.
Right.
Maybe that's just a big coincidence, Kakam.
Eh,
Maybe that's
right.
just a huge coincidence that you celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and you're a Christian or a Muslim and your children get molested. I'm gonna stop saying Muslim. Islam don't even matter anymore because what you Arabs show me is that all of you are Christian. You all love white Jesus. Donald Trump is the Arabs' God right now. He just had the ex-leader of the Taliban in the White House for Veterans Day playing basketball with Army generals. Today, he had the Saudi Arabian crown royal prince in the White House to give America $1 trillion. And now he's going to give them all the F-35s they want to fight America and to fight off their enemies and America's allies when World War III happens.
Right.
I finally learned something. I'm learning something about you Arabs. Allah is a white man. Just like white Cesar Borgia Jesus is white. You cannot escape the love of white people. You must love white people. Not in the ISUPK and the Commander General could come. Because we're Salakia. Because we're free men and we're free women. We don't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We're not Christian. We don't vote. And guess what else could come? Our children are protected.
That's right.
Our children don't get molested in here. Our wives don't get raped. Our men don't get executed by the police with the knee on our neck for 9 effing minutes. Our sons don't walk down the street with Skittles and Arizona teas and get killed by a white neighborhood watchman. Our sons walk down the street with Arizona teas and Skittles and they don't get executed by a white neighborhood watchman. They don't get molested and they're free to be children. I finally learned something about this world, Kakam. The white man ruined it. And if you don't love him, then you're an enemy to your God. That's what I learned tonight, Kakam. I learned that in class right here with you. Your children are molested because you are Christian. I learned that tonight. I learned that you're terrible parents because you raised them in the Christian church. I learned that here tonight with you, Kakam. I learned that everybody's God is a white man. He's in the White House and he's in the Epstein files. That's what I learned with you tonight, Kakam. Go ahead. What was you going to say, Al?
Right. No, I didn't have nothing. You know, you definitely bringing it out, and if I could, I mean, we could bring out a scripture.
Please. We're gonna get into. I was gonna get into the scriptures in about 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. I wanted you to play the other video so you can still read the scripture. After you read the scripture, play that video.
No, we could go ahead and go to the video. Which video was it again?
You had one. Which one did you just play? You just read the one about the judge. That was impromptu. One was about the judge. Yeah, that was impromptu. I don't think you had that in the set for tonight, but it was impromptu, but it was perfect. It was perfect what you just pulled. I want you to play the video that you were going to play before that.
Yeah, it was the one. Well, I was playing the one with the teacher, but that already went through. And then, yeah, we was going to talk about the one with the ICE agent.
Yes,
earlier.
Give me that.
Yep.
Give me that one. That's the one I want, because the one with the ICE agent is so helpful. What I just said about everybody's God is white is so helpful for Blacks and Hispanics to understand. This is what happens when you, this is what happens when you serve your oppressor. This is what happens when you give your love and your allegiance to your oppressor. This is what you become. Let's go to that real quick. Hold on. All right, go ahead. You can play it.
This one shames. This is a tragedy in many respects, but people at the Department of Homeland Security, I know there are great people there that come to work every single day and do their jobs and do it admirably. Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people.
He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee. When he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." Well, you know, unfortunately for him, we locked him up.
Pause.
In our jail.
What did he say? He said, "You muted, Kakam. You muted." Yahweh Shemal Tabashim Shah Shalom, Sister Nazan. Yeah, you muted. Go ahead. I can hear you.
No, he said, "I'm ICE boys."
What's that mean, Kakam?
Man,
would you like to help me out with that one?
I don't know if he's like boasting or if he's saying he's ICE, like he know he's finished with. I mean, I have to hear the context again. When arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." So basically, he's trying to say I should be able to get away with it.
Give the brother a hand.
Yeah,
that's what happens, Kakam. That's what happens in every police department. It's what happens with ICE. It's what happens in every church. I'm a preacher.
Right.
I'm a pastor. I'm sorry. Just forgive me. Let me go back to doing my job and molesting kids.
Right.
There is never a stop to the child molestation in America, in this earth. There's never an end to it. It just continues to happen. Why? Because the child molesters get off. They never are put there. I was about to say put to death. I'm not telling no one out there to put no one to death. I'm not encouraging violence of any part to do with anybody. I'm just telling you what the Bible says. And God wants rapists to be put to death. He also wants ICE agents that commit crimes against the Mexicans to be put to death too. And he also wants child molesters to be put to death.
That's right.
So I'm not encouraging nobody to do anything because God will handle it, dog. It's in the Lord's hands. So like here, I'm just telling you what should happen and what will happen in the righteous kingdom when righteous men and women rule. So like when righteous men rule, it won't be this he gets caught, busted, and says, "I'm ICE boys." There's going to be a noose around his neck. There's going to be a sword to chop his head off. That's what's going to happen. Could come in a righteous society. America's society, you can go and molest all the kids you want to molest. Not the ones in here you can't. Right? Not the ones in here, but the ones out there outside the UPK, they get molested every day. Could come. Nobody gives a damn but Commander Juniana. That's clear to me too. You know what else I've learned during this 4-part series? Only Commander Juniana and the ISUPK cares about the children. Everyone else doesn't care about the kids. Play me that video. This is a perfect segue to go into what happened in Chicago this week. You can end this nasty bastard. He's an ICE agent. ICE agents molest kids. White men molest kids. It's normal in America. What you better do is come into the ISUPK, right? This is what I want to show you. I want you to see this video of this black woman who has an autistic son and a daughter. She has a little baby girl. She looks pregnant, but she has sickle cell anemia, and she has an autistic son. She was beat up with her son by kids in Chicago. Play me that video. When you get it, play it. It's all over social media. This is going into why I'm watch the video. We're gonna go over it after. I want this video to be played first.
Children.
Hold on, Kakam. Restart.
Community is outraged after an attack on a mother and her 2 young children. You can see in this video here where it happened in the South Deering neighborhood. And we are blurring the video because the people involved are all minors. Our Sade Gray is live outside of the school where this.
Salakia, I think I could find one where it's the whole thing.
If you could, that'd be good. But if not, no sweat. Don't sweat it. Right? The point of it is this. I see everyone. When you find it, tell me. Let me know. But
I got it right here.
Okay, Most High Christ. Boy, you sure move fast, Kakam. Most High Christ. Give the brother another hand, man. That brother Kakunga Bar is on it. This is the camp leader in Iowa. If you're in Iowa, then you better go find Officer Kakunga Bar. That brother right there. You see how fly? Look how fly that brother is. Why wouldn't you follow this brother right here? Look at the beard. The beard alone deserves for him to follow, for you to follow him. Look at the brother. He fly as hell. The brother got on that car gas. I know he does. He kind of looked like Captain Desire a little. He looked like he could be Captain a little bit. He looked like Captain Desire and Captain Kyle Alvarado. The brother looked glorious as hell. Why the hell wouldn't you follow him if you're in Iowa? Follow this brother right here, man. He's going to make sure your children are safe. He's going to make sure that you understand life and that you get all the help you need from all the trauma you've suffered in your life. He's the brother with the plan in Iowa. You better follow that brother Kukumba Bar. Priest and officer Kukumba Bar. You understand?
The water, sir.
He's Hebrew Academy trained. Ooh, he got his training down here in Kansas City. You better watch the hell out. You better not listen. If you see this brother in Iowa, you better salute him and just keep moving. Don't think that he's, he's a good looking brother. So you may think, oh, he good looking, he handsome. He ain't on nothing. You better leave this brother the hell alone. He's a marked man. Do you understand? Angels walk with this brother here. He's with the Lord. Does everyone understand in Iowa? Leave this brother the hell alone. Police, Iowa police, Des Moines cops, just leave him alone. Give him everything. Des Moines, give him all the liquor, all the women, all the resources, so that he could use all of it for the gain of the Most High's glory.
That's
Does everyone understand? If you're in Iowa, brother, you better follow this brother here. Follow this brother right here. Priest and officer Kukumba Bar. Go ahead, Kukum.
That's right. The water, sir.
Most High Christ, the water to you, warrior. Go ahead and play whatever you got.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go right here.
This is after it happened, isn't it, Kukum?
Oh, God.
Hold on. Lucky, say that one more time.
Is this after the assault happened, or is this before?
No, this is leading up to the assault.
Okay, skip me ahead some. Skip me ahead to where it actually is taking place. Oh, you know what? On YouTube, they don't do violence with children. So what I would do is I would just still shot it. Don't play the video. The best bet is for you to play the news story because they blocked out all the kids' faces. YouTube will flag and take the video down if there's anything to do with violence with children. I guess YouTube is taking a page out of the ISUPK's book. They want to get into the business of protecting children. Here's the problem with YouTube. YouTube is a capitalist entity that loves America and benefits from America. And there is no American company that is going to protect and defend children at all. At all. We really protect children. We really defend children in the ISUPK under Commander Giuliani. YouTube won't let you play a video. That don't mean that the CEO doesn't have child pornography on his hard drive in his house.
Right.
The CEO of YouTube, that doesn't mean that the CEO and the CFOs don't have child pornography on their hard drive on their personal computers. Does everyone understand? Right. And the ISUPK, we're the only ones who actually give a damn about the children. Go ahead,
Khan.
Is outraged after an attack on a mother and her 2 young children. You can see in this video here where it happened in the South Deering neighborhood. And we are blurring the video because the people involved are all minors. Our Sharday Gray is live outside of the school where this happened. Sharday, we're learning this is not the first time that this specific group of kids attacked someone.
Exactly, Marie. The large group of parents were outside of the school calling for accountability. They say bullying has been a problem at the school, but now it's crossed the line into violence. The mother, who is also the victim, has been at the school all day talking to authorities. Damn! Disturbing video, all caught on camera. Children dragging a mother and her son to the ground.
So like I ain't gonna finish. Why this is heartbreaking.
Right.
You parents out there in the world are terrible. And Commander Giuliani have told you this, and we've told you this since 1969. You parents out there in the world are terrible. You need Commander Giuliani's guidance on how to be a better parent. Let me tell you something. Those kids need their ass beat, and that's part of the problem. That's one of the reasons why the kids are even so bold to attack an adult. You know how undisciplined your child has to be to attack an adult. Your child
Right.
doesn't have to be afraid of adults, but your child is supposed to understand this is an adult. You don't put your hands on an adult.
Right.
That's the first. Like, do parents let their kids? Oh, you know what could come? You know, I know what it is. The white man is your God.
Yep.
White children are terrible little bastards. That's what black children are starting to become because their black mother is raising them in a Christian church. Surprise, surprise, could come. I found a problem. On top of every last one of those kids, all have been molested, could come. All of them are being molested. They're still young, which means that it's still happening to them by their single mother's boyfriend or by the pastor of their church. More than likely, the pastor of their church. These children are so frustrated and undisciplined because could you imagine the kind of homes they grew up in?
Right.
They probably get all the straight A's and they're getting molested by their mother's boyfriend. So they're frustrated and they're looking to take this frustration out on somebody. I don't even know why the hell they chose this single mother or this mother. I'm not going to call her single, but this black woman with these two kids. I don't even know why the hell they decided to jump her and those kids. I know why, because they're undisciplined little bastards. That's why. And if they were my children, I would still be whooping their ass. Do you understand me, Kakon? This kids in the UPK would never do this. Do you understand, Kakon? Because we believe in disciplining a child. I got a scripture for you. Right, I want you to go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse
Ecclesiastes or to cuss.
Ecclesiasticus. Go to chapter 26, verse 10. Don't read it yet, but just hold that for me, all right? Go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 10. All right, and I got some more for you as well.
Yeah, if I could, while you're doing that, I was gonna say definitely. We know that 9 times out of 10, all those little knuckleheads that was out there, they probably in single mother households.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And not to take away anything from any woman who is a single mother. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely, like we said earlier, it's imperative that we like Commander General Yohana said, we don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
Give the bar hand.
And we need to take the white man out of every White House, even the one in DC. It's a lot.
Damn right. Give them a hand. The young man said a lot of these parents want to be friends with their children instead of parents. Absolutely. Give them a hand.
Right.
Let me tell you something, Mark. This is it says those kids reminds me of that story in the Bible when they made fun of Elijah, I believe that was. The bald prophet and was all eaten by bears. That was Elijah, wasn't it, Kakon? That was Elijah. Well done. The brother's doing some reading. Go ahead, Kakon.
Well, yep. It was, Then he sent the she bears on them.
Yes, and they ate those kids, which lets you know what? This isn't tough talk. God killed the children who made fun of a prophet. I put their hands on them like they did his sister. He sent bears to devour them, your little bastard children, who you're going to give gifts to this Christmas. I guarantee all those kids are going to get gifts this Christmas. And I see people saying, well, don't blame the kids, blame the parents. The kids didn't do anything. It's been the parents. Let me explain something to you. Yes, it is the parents' fault, but that doesn't absolve the children from any punishment. And when I say punishment, come on, wall sits ain't enough for these bastards. These little kids need something more than wall sits. Send them over to Officer of 5,000 Malak's house. I'll show you how to discipline some unruly children. I got belts like as thick as a goddamn cow's hide. I'll show you how to discipline children so they won't even look you in your eyes. Your kids they're haughty. You understand? They're proud. For what? I don't even know what the hell these kids are proud of. Do they see their living conditions, Gabar? Oh, I know. They have, like you said, they're raised in the house with single mothers. They need their ass beat. Do you understand? Those kids that did this to this sister and the kids that watched. Let me tell you another good lesson to teach a child. This is off the subject of molestation. This is just a child that witnesses something that's not right. Your child witnesses something that's wrong. He sees these kids or his schoolmates trying to abuse another child, bully another child, or hurt this woman and her children. Something else that's helpful is teach your child to go and get their father. Do you understand? Guess what? Daddy's going to handle all of that. Do you know what would have happened if this happened in Kansas City? Even if it happened in Chicago, right? Imagine if one of those girls or one of those sons was Captain Marquardt's kids, and they're right down the street from Captain Marquardt's house. Captain Marquardt would have got down there. He would have took him, Iowa Lumgabar, Officer Yaradon. They would have went down there, and they would have made sure those kids understood why it's so important to respect their elders, why it's so important for them to show respect to adults. They would have taught those badass kids up there in Chicago why it's important, why you shouldn't put your hands on people, why you keep your hands to yourself. And then they would have took them kids home to their parents, and they would have educated those parents. That's how you paralyze the ghetto overnight. Call the ISUPK. Your kids will be taught how to call one of us. Every child in every UPK zone, whether they're in the world or in the truth, they should have the camp leader of that zone's number. I guarantee you, brother, this happened here in Kansas City. One of them kids called me, Salaki, I know this is ISUPK. Officer Malak, these kids, my schoolmates, are down here terrorizing and beating up some mother with her autistic son. No sweat. Brother, we down there. I'm taking Quinayaga Bar and Lion Shot. We going down there. Those kids would have got an education that day, and then we would have took those bastards back to their homes, and we would have gave their parents education, and we would have told their parents, this is how you raise kids. This is how you handle unruly children. All of the problem are you terrible parents. That's why your children get molested, and that's the reason why they're so hostile, and they go and beat up a goddamn adult, some woman walking her kids to school. Read what you got, Kakum Gabar.
Yeah, Kana Wakana, I want to bring out this script. If you could, Salakia, read the sister's comment right there, because it kind of goes into a scripture that I wanted to bring out.
This right here. When I was working with the youth program. When I was working with the youth program for juveniles in the system, I found a lot of parents were scared of their own kids. Yeesh. You're so right, sis. That goes to what the young man said. A lot of these mothers, single mothers, they want to be friends with their kids instead of showing them they're the adult. You know, one thing I would have never done, I never would even have thought about as a kid. I thought about this as I was looking at this damn video. My rib showed me the video, and I'm like, she explained it to me and then showed it to me. And I told her, whatever happened to children knowing that you don't ever hit an adult? Do you know how crazy and wild a child would have to be to hit an adult? In school in the 5th grade, we would have looked at that child like he was like, if you're going to hit a kid, if you're going to hit an adult, what wouldn't you do? We look at you like, nigga, you going to jail. And like, what are you doing hitting a kid? My daddy would get, brother. Come on now. You don't have that in the Black and Hispanic community anymore. You don't have the fear of their father. Whatever happened to that? Boy, your daddy gonna get you if you do that. You better not touch Mr. You better not touch Mr. Johnson's truck. Your daddy gonna kill you if you do that. Man, if you throw rocks at these cars, if you throw these apples at these cars, man, your daddy gonna beat you. Your daddy gonna get you. Whatever happened to that? Oh, I know. You made the white man your God, and he became your man. He became your child's father, and he became your husband. That's what happened, Kakon. That's what happened. And because of that, your children go and beat up women who have an autistic son in the Chicago neighborhood. You want to clean up the ghetto? Stop making the white man your God. Give the white man back his culture. You know who does that? White children do that. White children absolutely will be unruly, abuse adults, talk back to adults, talk back to parents. Listen, Kakon, not too long ago, it was a stereotype and an old trope of Black children being ultra disciplined. Whenever white comedians would get up and tell a joke, they'll say, man, I went over my Black friend's house And when I went back home, my mama appreciated it. I was saying yes, ma'am, to my mama. It was an old trope of Black parents knew how to keep disciplined kids. Black children have never been unruly, ever, ever. Black and Hispanic children are known to be well-behaved. They may be known to have a little lip and a little attitude, but they will never beat up a goddamn adult like white kids.
Man.
This is what happens when you integrate into your oppressor society. Your children become like your oppressor. You become like your oppressor. That's why the sister said, parents, what other race of parents are scared of their kids? White parents are scared of their kids. That's why they grew up to be Dylan Roof and murder everybody. Jeffrey Dahmer and murder everybody. Ted Bundy and BTK and kill everybody. They grew up to be Donald Trump and molest everybody and kill everybody. That's the parents that are scared of their kids, white parents. Not Black parents could come. Black parents were never afraid of their kids until you integrated.
Damn right.
Until you made the white man your God. Now you're afraid of your kids, and now your kids run amok. Brother, not in Kansas City. Not in the brother, no. Wherever there's a UPK brother, those kids won't be unruly. I pray you understand that. Go ahead, come. You had something you want to say?
No, I was just gonna read that scripture real quick. That kind of went along with it goes on with the whole thing with Chicago with the sister said in the comment. If you could share the screen, Baba Kasha.
Michelle Taylor. She's up there in Omaha.
Yep, kind of one.
Oh, share the screen. I'm sorry, Salakia.
Yeah, no sweat.
Salakia, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. And it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. So
yeah, right.
This could go in so many different ways, but the children are oppressed, like you were saying. Our children have become like our oppressors because we've integrated, and the women are ruling over us because 9 times out of 10 there's not a father in the household.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? And so it definitely goes up. It goes both ways, and us as Black men, we need to stand up and take ownership of our households, and the Black women also. You need to stop pushing the man out the household to let this government be your daddy. You know what I mean? And your husband. Black women, they say that Jesus is their husband nowadays, and they ain't talk about Black Jesus either. They in a relationship with Jesus.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the white Jesus, which is the white man, because the white man is their God.
Damn right.
But reading on, it says, "Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and to destroy the way of thy paths."
That word is cause thee to
err. Salakia.
No sweat out.
Yeah. "Oh, my people, that which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." So yeah, right now, of course, like I was saying, we being subjected to a society where the man is not in the household, and the children are oppressing us, and we being led by a lot of women. And it's time for the men to, hey, listen, rise to the occasion.
Yeah, right.
And you ain't gonna find nothing but that right here in the ISUPK.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
And if I may, that's the perfect precept for around this time of Esau season, holiday season of Christmas. That's always been one of those scriptures we use, Salakia, in the UPK around Christmas time, because children are your oppressors. You're going to go out and try to work triple shifts to go and spoil some bastards who don't deserve it.
Right.
They oppress you. These kids oppress you, and now they're going to get away scot-free with abusing some sister. Thank the Lord for the Black and Hispanic community, because guess who bought her a new house to move out that ghetto? The Black and Hispanic community. They raised enough money for her and her special needs son and daughter to get out of that terrible community and go to another community. And I call it terrible, not because it's full of Black kids. It's terrible because it's full of single Black mothers. That will make any community terrible. You give me any community full of a bunch of single women. They don't know what the hell they're doing. That's why they're so scared all the goddamn time. because a toddler is just experiencing life for the first time. That's a woman for you. She's a big kid. She needs a man to defend her, protect her, and give her instruction and tell her what the hell to do. That's a woman. You give me any community with a bunch of single women, it's a terrible community ran by children, because a woman can't do nothing with no goddamn kids by herself. What child fears their mother just by herself? No child fears their mother by themselves. That's why every single child raised by a single mother goes to prison. You mean to tell me he feared you? He respected you? He did everything you told him not to do. That goes into the solution. You need what the Kakam said. You need a father in that house. You need take every ISUPK brother and put them in every home. That's going to end child molestation. You sisters need to stop marrying. This is the solution. Marry a UPK man. Kakam Gabar. Look at this brother here. You need to marry that brother right there. You understand? All you sisters in Iowa and in Omaha, these brothers in the UPK are available. Marry them. Then you're going to end child molestation. You understand? Read me that scripture. In fact, give me Ecclesiastes.
Oh yeah, kind of a come.
Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 and verse 23. Salakia.
7.
I misspoke. 7 and 23.
Kind of a come.
Hold the scripture you got, but give me Ecclesiasticus 7 and 23. You sisters need to put a UPK man in every house. That's how you end child molestation. You need a UPK man in every house. All right, that's how you end it. That's the solution. When you have a UPK man in every ghetto, every black community, the sister says she did. Damn right. Oh boy, Most High Christ. The sister said, I did.
That's right.
Damn right, sis. Sister Nichelle Taylor married her UPK man. Congratulations, sis. Those children are protected. You won't have to worry about your children beating up a grown woman with an autistic son ever. These kids in here are disciplined children. We got plenty of belts, right? We got plenty of all these kids in the UPK. Uncle Malak got plenty of belts. Look at this belt here. Look at this belt. Ooh-wee. That's actually, man, look at that boy. Ooh-wee.
Hey, you know, it says, spare not your child the rod.
Damn right, Doc. Listen, the Lord sent bears to eat kids. I think if I put a whooping on their backside, they'll be just fine. I think I'm saving them from the judgment of God. That's what this scripture is about to teach you how to do. Go ahead and read, Kakam. And listen, don't ever let somebody tell you that whoopings came from slavery. Whoopings did not come from slavery. The Bible tells you what you said, spare the rod. Let me tell you something. Whoopings are a form of punishment. What the slave master did was took it overboard. When your grandmother told you to go outside and look for a switch, and then she put you in goddamn soaking water and start whipping your behind, that's child abuse. That does come from your slave master. But popping your child on the hand when they're little kids to teach them not to do something, that doesn't come from your oppressor. That comes from the Bible. The Bible's about to teach you how to raise kids. You understand? Go ahead and read that out.
Khan. Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus out of
and if you're going to tell me, Salaki, to prove that, then tell me where Jesus Christ got whooping the Pharisees and the tax collectors out of the temple, the Pharisees and Sadducees out of the temple. Was Christ ever a slave? Did Christ ever go through slavery, chattel slavery in America? So where in the hell would he have gotten the cat of nine tails to start whipping the ass of people that were stealing from God? Whoopings don't come from white people in America in the South. Dipping your son in the bathtub and your daughter in the bathtub and then whooping their behind, that's abuse. That comes from your slave master. Whooping them until you see welts on their back, that comes from the slave master. But giving your kid a pop or a good hit with this belt, that doesn't come from your oppressor. Everything don't come from white people. That's what happens when you make white people your God. You think that teaching your child some discipline comes from white people. How, when white people don't discipline their kids? They don't whoop their children. They don't discipline their kids. They don't make them do wall sits and run up a hill to teach them how to learn discipline. Is whooping the only form of discipline? No, it is not. But brother, it's a good one that gets the point home. But with moderation, like everything, you got to do it in moderation. Don't just whoop your kid because you're mad. If your child is beating a woman with a goddamn autistic son, they need their ass whipped. Do you understand what I'm telling you, Kakam?
That's right.
Now, if they tell you a little white lie, like if they tell you a lie and they lie, you catch them in a lie, you don't have to whoop them for that. You understand? You can make them do wall sits until you're tired. You can make them do push-ups until you're tired with moderation. They have to get the point. You got to get the point home, which is you can throw that tablet away they have. You can go and break that tablet in half and throw it in the goddamn trash. That's discipline. That's punishment. You understand? It's 1,000 punishments out there that does not involve whooping a child. But if you catch your child on the camera and they are beating up a grown adult woman with an autistic son in your neighborhood, send that child to me. I got plenty of energy and I got plenty of belts. I got something that's going to drive the point home so that they will never put their hands on no one again. They won't never bully anyone ever again. I can show them a bully if they want to see a bully could come. You understand?
Right.
The sister said, I would love for some brothers to come down and help with these kids down here. It's a mess. They literally be fighting at the police station, and guess what? The pigs do absolutely nothing. Yeah, because it's not their. Give the sister a hand. The white man doesn't do anything because that's not their kids. That's our children, and it is our job to take care of them and to give them discipline. And in the ISUPK, we know just how to give kids discipline. And yes, these UPK brothers will be up there in Omaha. Absolutely, sis. Read the scripture you got to come so we can call it a night.
Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus out the Apocrypha, chapter 7 and verse 23. Yep. Hast thou children? Instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth.
You know what you're supposed to do if you have kids? Instruct them. Teach them. You teach them why you don't put your hands on other people. If someone puts their hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself, but you don't be a bully. You instruct your child. Teach them how to put on some goddamn clothes. Teach them how to brush their teeth. You taught your child to brush their teeth, didn't you? You showed them how to clean up their room. Give them some chores. Give them responsibilities. You're raising an adult. Your child won't be 5 years old forever. That little bastard won't be in the 5th grade forever. They're going to be an adult one day. Instruct them in their youth, when they're 3 months old, when they're 6 months old, when they're 10 months old. Teach them this is what this is. This is what that is. Do you know there's no early age to teach a kid? You can show a newborn baby, you can start speaking different languages to them to instruct them and teach them different languages. You can show a 6-month-old when a baby, what age the baby start getting up trying to walk? You start saying, no, don't touch that. No, don't touch the outlet. Pop their little hand when they touch it, try to go for the outlet. Because guess what? That popping of the hand, they're going to see an outlet and say, I can't touch that because I got popped. They're 9 months old crawling to the outlet. You pop their hand. Don't touch that outlet. You instruct the child. You teach them to scream, yell, run, tell. Now they won't be molested. Do you understand? You teach them how to read the room. Goddamn, instruct them what kind of people they need to stay away from. You choose your kids' friends. You choose your kids' God, not them. That's what that scripture was. The children are your oppressors. Children have become your oppressors. You slaving for them. You're out there working triple shifts so you can get them a goddamn Christmas gift. Are you crazy? They don't deserve a Christmas gift. Give them kids books. Give them an education. Instruct them. Put something in their head so they won't be. They got a challenge out there could come where it says try to speak without using filler words. These kids can't even speak. These kids these days are illiterate. They can't read. They can't talk. They because like that. What the hell are you talking about? You can't even hold a conversation. You don't know anything because your parents didn't teach you anything. Teach these children something. Teach them something other than how to be gremlins. The Bible says instruct them. Keep reading from instruct them.
Teach
them how to stay away from the white man. Teach your children that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Go ahead, Kakunga boy.
I was gonna say, man, like you said, these kids nowadays, man, they don't really know nothing. Like they don't even know how to read the analog clock anymore. I seen a child where they went out on the street and they had a regular clock, an analog clock, and the kids couldn't even tell the time off a regular old clock. They only
You know
know
why?
digital.
You know why?
It's a damn shame.
Because the parents don't teach them anything. They give them a tablet, they give them a phone, they give them a TV. These kids can't read on their grade level. They can't do math. They're stupid because the parents are stupid, because the parents failed them. They get molested by uncles and preachers because the parents failed them. The church failed them. That's the reason why. That's why they're beating everybody up in the streets of Chicago, because the parents are afraid of a 14-year-old. You parents are terrible because the church taught you how to be terrible parents. Church don't teach you how to be no good parents. The church teaches you how to abuse kids. That's who taught you how to abuse children, the Christian church.
Right.
And here you learn how to have good, disciplined kids who are well-spoken, who can speak, who can read above grade level, good, well-mannered, well-behaved kids that say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. No, whatever happened to that can come. Yes, sir. No, sir. What do you say? Yeah. That's why so many of you brothers that come into the truth are undisciplined, because you never had to say yes, sir, before in your life. Now you come in here and you meet an officer of 5,000, a captain and a general. Now you got to say yes, sir. No, sir. Con out of one con. You don't have any manners. You're an animal before you met Commander Giuliani. You're an animal who don't know how to speak and eat. You're a dog and all you know is the heel because you had terrible parents who were raccoons and pit bulls. Well, you finally found a place that will raise you into being a profitable adult. All you know how to do is go to the goddamn club all the goddamn time. You don't know any life skills. The world is ending and all you know how to do is spend all your money in the club. You're supposed to know how to can. How many sisters know home economics? You don't even know how to sew clothes together. All you know how to do is twerk and suck rod because you are silly and dumb and you were raised by terrible parents. You don't know anything. You finally found people who can teach you something in the ISUPK. We're going to teach you how to do everything, how to be a goddamn adult. You don't even know how to be an adult because you are terrible children, because your parents raised terrible children. You can't even function. How many sisters or brothers you've seen that can't even handle little stress, simple stresses of life? You get overwhelmed so easily. Oh, I just want to give up. I just want, because you're weak as hell, because you're not an adult. You're really just a child. You can't handle anything. You know, no pressure, no stress, because you're a child. We're teaching you how to be raise better kids than what you were raised. Keep going, Kakon.
Right. That's why everybody's crash outs nowadays. Just crashing out.
They have no conflict resolution skills. You can't even hold a conversation without getting upset. Somebody disagrees with you and you're ready to kill them. I know where you get that from. Who else does that? The white man does that. He has no conflict resolution skills. All he knows how to do is how to murder people who disagree with him. Not in here. In here, you learn how to speak. You learn how to speak. Some of these brothers, they finally learn how to read when they come into the UPK. Never had to read before in their life, and you can tell when they have to read out loud and read because their parents never taught them how to read. They never had to read in the house. The schools aren't teaching them anything, so when they come home, they're supposed to learn from the parents. The parents are supposed to teach them, their children, everything. But your parents dropped the ball, so Commander Giuliani is going to make you a profitable adult, and we're going to teach you how to be better parents, so your children don't end up how you did. Keep going, Kakon. Read. Finish that scripture off.
Khan. Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7 and verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
And do what?
Bow down their neck.
Go ahead.
Khan. And bow down their neck from their youth.
Brother, this is an important key of discipline. This is teaching your child discipline. Bow down their neck from their youth. There's another scripture in this same chapter that tells the father and the mother, especially the father. You got daughters, especially daughters. You got kids, you got daughters. Don't show your face to them. Don't always goddamn smile in your child. Oh, you do everything so perfectly. What kind of parent are you that encourages your kid that no matter what they do, it's always good? It's good to encourage a kid and give them positive reinforcement. Yes, that's good. But you know what's not good? It's not good for you not to set boundaries with your children. Your children just always think no matter what I do, my father is going to love me and my mother's going to love me. You have to show your child disappointment. Your kid won't always make you proud. You have to show them what disappoints you. You got to show them, wow, you did this? Why would you do this? You got to show them disappointment out. You can't always show your smile. Oh, good. You're always doing good. You have to show them. You have to bow down their neck in their youth. What is that bow down? Discipline. You're showing them how kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. You ever hear that before? That's old school parenting. Your kid always got something to say. That's fine. I ain't telling you not to let the kids talk. Hell no. Let the kids speak. Kids got something to say. Let them talk to you. But once again, you got to set a boundary. When it's time to go to sleep, baby, it's time to go to sleep. You want to tell me something? Come on, talk to me. Say what you want to say. Okay? Okay, good. That's good. All right. All right, Con. No sweat. Okay, son. Okay, baby girl. It's time to go to sleep right now, okay? Bow. Keep their heads bowed down. They say, okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good night, daddy. Good night, mommy. Love you. Love you too, baby girl. Love you too. This is when they're young. You do this. You see, the problem is they're in 5th grade. Part of them is too late, half of them. You do it when they're young, 1-year-old, 2-year-old. Now they understand when they're in 5th grade, they have a foundation of good parenting. They've seen what a good parent is. They don't see their parents argue in front of them. They're set up for success at a young age, all because they have a good father and good mother. Alleviate all of the issues we have, all of the problems we face and suffer in the Black community. Just simply having good parents will help all of it. You understand? Keep their heads bowed down. That bow down means what? That your kids aren't haughty. They don't have these big heads. Do you know what that means figuratively to have a big head? They're what's the word? They're arrogant. Your kids, these kids have so much arrogance, which is why they're crash outs. They don't have a mother and father that bow their head down and they say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. They're not respectful at all. They don't have manners at all. All they know how to do is just, all they know how to do is just pleasure. Anything that's pleasure, they know how to do. It pleasures them to hurt people. It pleasures them to bully people. It pleasures them to have sex in 6th grade. If whatever gives them pleasure, they learn no discipline. They learn no conflict resolution because their heads were never bowed down. They never had to show kind of modesty, any kind of humble. They never had to humble themselves. How many kids you see ever talk to an adult like they're their friends? You ever seen that before? That's nothing new now. It happens all the time now. You go to Walmart, you see that. Mama, I told you I didn't want this. Who the hell that little girl thinks she's talking to? You don't tell me who you think you're talking to. These kids out, you bow their neck down from their youth when they're young, so they know this is an adult. I don't talk to them like I do a peer. I talk to them like a person, like a child talks to an adult. I know how to stay in a child's place. Do you understand? I don't go out and just say, Mama, I told you I wanted this for Christmas. Daddy, I said this. Didn't you hear me? Or how many kids, you ever hear kids say, huh? Come here, you say your child's name is Kakum Jr. Kakum, come here. Huh? What?
Right.
You bow their neck down. And, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You bow their neck down. Now when they get older, they're going to be responsible adults who can make good, healthy decisions, who know how to save their race of people, who can stand up and defend their people, who can stop child molesters, not encourage them. Everyone understand? You better learn how to be good parents. You better learn how to raise good kids. Learning discipline, and learning discipline help them to have good brotherhood and sisterhood with their peers and knowing to question peer pressure. Give a sister a hand.
That's right.
Damn right, sissy. I never suffered under peer pressure. You know why? Because I had a daddy. I feared Theodore Robinson. I feared him. To this day, I still, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You think I would ever be pressured by a kid to get high and smoke weed? Are you kidding me? Kids smoking weed because they friends pressure them. My daddy gonna, nigga, I gotta face my father when I get home. F y'all ain't, who are you? My father is gonna kill me if he knew what I did. You don't have that anymore. Kids don't fear anything because they run the house, because there are no fathers in the house. The solution to stop child molestation, every household should have a UPK officer in it. With that being said, I pass the class over to Precinct Officer Kakumkabar.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so this is the ISUPK security announcements, where the ISUPK are the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves so the world, if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After that 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court one another. And after that 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the heads to marry. Tithes, that's a commandment. You can find that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10. That means a tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. That's 10% of every penny or increase that the Lord gives you. You give that to the Treasury Department or to the teacher. A priest fund or free will offering for the priest is not mandatory. It's whatever amount you would like. And the upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, we got the Feast of Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication. Get the Lord a hand on that. That's Sunday, December 14th at sundown. Once again, that's Sunday, December 14th at sundown. That is an 8-day feast to be exact. And also this weekend, Saturday, we got the ISUPK Iowa's food and clothing drive right here in Des Moines, Iowa. Give a hand for that. Damn right. Lord willing, we're gonna have the honor of having Officer Malak and all the KC family coming up. You know, we're gonna be giving out provisions for those that are in need. And also, if anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, you need to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, war scarf, and et cetera, et cetera. And with that, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Amajim, which means to stand. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Matami's hands down. Sorry, we're going to turn and give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Yahweh talk class dismissed.
The water could come. Well done. Well done. The water to the brothers and sisters that watched. That's the end of this 4-part series. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Israel.
Damn right. Shalom.
Shalom. Kukam.
It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. the biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders can't give it.
The Christian church never told you that the devil in the Bible is the white man. That's right, and child. It's not a red man under the ground with a pitchfork waiting for you when you die. Who kills you at a traffic stop? It's not a white man. It's not a red man under the ground. Who executed Philando Castile? Who killed Tamar Rice? Who shot at Tatiana Jefferson through her window? Who unalived Botham Jean? Who stalked Ahmaud Arbery? Who genocided the Native Americans? Who burned down Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Rosewood, and Lincoln, Nebraska? Who flooded the towns in Alabama that black people rebuilt after we got free from slavery? You know what happened? You know what happened? The white man happened. That's what happened. You understand?